NETV Sports, Nebraska's home for sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships. Today in the Class C1 title game, it's the Chase County Longhorns and the Bishop Neumann Cavaliers. Hi again, everybody. Hello, Adrian Fiala. I'm Kevin Kugler. We're glad you're with us today from Memorial Stadium. Day 3 of championship weekend here, and we have the C1 title game. Bishop Neumann, last year champions, they're back to defend their crown.
They really are, Kevin. Last year they had a powerhouse. They thought, well, we're going to lose 17 seniors, graduate 5 All-Staters. Maybe we won't get back here. But their team came back with a passion. And part of that passion, it's developed their offensive line. The offensive line blocks the way for the read option led by quarterback Jake Vasha. And this is a very, very good option football team. They'll put pressure on the Chase County defense. And then on defense themselves, Matt Wagner, their linebacker, he leads this team. They average about 6 points a game against their opponents. They really play it very well. They are a very tough football team.
Well, that read option can cause problems. George Purnell certainly knows that. Also with us is Eric Crouch. And Eric, Chase County coach George Purnell, very concerned about that read option offense. How will they try to stop it?
Well, you have to be concerned about it. It's one of those deals where, the offense can be very powerful, and they can come on you, and they can come on you strong, and they can wear you down. So the defensive line is going to be a big part of this, the defensive ends. But what's really going to be the most important part is Taylor May at linebacker. He's going to have to come up, and he's going to have to fill that hole, because the defensive end a lot of times is going to get taken out of the play, because that's what the read option is. You read the defensive end. If he comes in and crashes, the quarterback's going to pull the ball. So either way, the defensive end is going to be taken out. Expect a big day for the linebackers.
Well, it should be a fun one today as Bishop Neumann tries to defend their crown in Class C1. Chase County has their eyes on the prize. Larry Putney has more down on the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Expectations are a funny thing and how they meet reality. For Tim Turman and Bishop Neumann, his expectations were not quite this high for this team, especially after going 12-0 last year and winning a state championship. He wasn't sure this squad could make it back here, but they are. Complete opposite for George Purnell. His expectations, as he laid out early in the season in a preseason questionnaire, we will be state champs. He's about one win away from his expectations meeting reality.
Yeah, we'll win today, and those expectations are reality for Chase County. Bishop Neumann trying to repeat. Let's go to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson, for player introductions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the players competing in the Class C1 State Football Championship Finals. First for the visiting team, the Longhorns of Chase County High School. Number 10, Gabe Leonards. Number 11, Stephen Hanna. Number 12, Scott Leibrant. Number 15, Jason Burke. Number 17, Vernon Sweezy. Number 18, Michael Swanson. Number 20, Aaron Pure. Number 21, Max Prebido. Number 25, Philip Hayes. Number 30, Cole Fitzke. Number 35, Nathan Winslick. Number 44, Taylor May. Number 51, Joseph Ambrozik. Number 53, Tyler Stanley. Number 66, Jesse Fitzke. Number 68, Nathan Gaswick. Number 69, Garrett Paisley. Number 73, Abel Hinojosa. Number 74, Seth Miller. Number 76, Brian Stromberger. Number 81, Matt Paula. And number 95, Will Morales. The head coach for Chase County is George Purnell. And the rest of the Longhorns.
The Chase County Longhorns, good defensive team, very physical defensive team, and they'll need to be physical today to beat that read option offense of Bishop Neumann. A tough offense to defend. Chase County very confident that they can defend that offense.
They are, Kevin. They've got some excellent people behind the line of scrimmage, behind the defensive line, led by Taylor May, one of the people that Eric talked about a moment ago. Taylor May leads this team and has had a great year tackling, 159 tackles on the year. And he is really a very integral part of what they're going to do against this read option here today.
Good look there at the Chase County Longhorns, getting set for this state championship game. They'll face the defending champion Bishop Neumann Cavaliers. And back to Rich Broderson to introduce you to the defending state champs.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the home team, the Cavaliers of Wahoo Bishop Neumann High School. Number 14, Jacob Muck. Number 19, Jake Pasha. Number 20, Aaron Brent. Number 22, Brian Miller. Number 30, Aaron Bartik. Number 31, Kyle Gertis. Number 33, Sean Roberts. Number 37, Mike Spitzka. Number 41, Ben Lingemeyer. Number 43, Jared Makovica. Number 47, Matt Wagner. Number 50, David Roberts. Number 53, Josh Kuchera. Number 55, Rob Potter. Number 57, Jake Tranmer. Number 63, Charlie Pleskotch. Number 64, Mitch Tranmer. Number 68, Garen Whittinghoff. Number 71, Andy Waddle. Number 72, Tony Pleskotch. Number 80, Josh Hardy. Number 83, Brett Miller. The head coach for Bishop Neumann is Tim Turman. And the rest of the Cavaliers.
Bishop Neumann with wins over Lincoln Lutheran, Auburn, and Norfolk Catholic on the road here to this state championship game. Tim Turman, the head coach, bringing his team out onto the field that saw them win a state championship a year ago right here at Memorial Stadium. They're back to defend their championship. Big smiles on the face of Tim Turman and his kids as they make their way out onto the field. He's excited to be here, and he never takes these for granted. They've been here several times, 6 to be exact, and Tim Turman hasn't taken any one of those for granted, guys. He just loves being here.
He does, Kevin, no doubt about that. Tim Turman, a lot of football history in his family. His 2 sons, Eric, are involved. You'll talk about those in a minute. But Tim Turman last year finally got the prize, and he's trying to repeat it this year. And he had 17 people lost to graduation. Just had 2 starters back from last year's team and able to put it together. But he's got a lot of good football lore in the family, Eric.
Yeah, he really does. You know, I played football with Seth Turman. I knew Matt Turman, and I got here in Nebraska just before Matt left. So, you know, I've been acquainted with the family a little bit, and I know more importantly, more than they were good football players and quarterbacks, they're good people, good coaches,
really good
and that's why this team does so well.
No question about it. That's why Bishop Neumann is here, because of the coaching staff and the kids in that program. And Larry Putney was in the Chase County locker room. What'd you find out from the Longhorns?
It was actually kind of a humorous pregame locker room. George Purnell gathered his guys together and said, guys, I'm not the world's greatest speech giver, but I will tell you, I've never believed in a win-at-all-costs attitude. He said, as long as we play well and play hard, I'll be happy. But I do want to tell you, nobody remembers who finished second last year. And then one of the players said, well, Coach, I do. And he goes, well, yeah, that's because they beat us on the way here.
Well, hopefully that won't be the case for one of these teams. They'll try to get that championship here in just a little bit in Class C1. A good, interesting speech. What works better, the fiery speech or a little bit of humor injected?
Well, I tell you what, I think either one of them, it goes either way. It's just about getting your team out there and getting the jitters out of them, making sure that they just feel comfortable and relaxed out there on the field. Sometimes that's hard to do because, these teams a lot of times want to just go out there and bang heads right away. But you got to relax. It's a long game. It's 4 quarters.
I always felt, Kevin, I was fortunate if Devaney didn't point at me and say, now, don't you play always the way you do. So anyway, you got there and played a little better. But no, I think, a little bit of motivation. But really, Eric, as far as motivation goes, if you're not motivated by today, I mean, if you're waiting for it today, you're too late, really.
Yeah, you are too late. Just about, the time of day that it is. It's a football weather out here.
Softball, he's your umpire, okay? First, I want to congratulate you on making the finals today, okay? Who's going to call the flip? You are 18. Head and a tail. If I drop it, we'll flip it again. Say it loud enough the umpire can hear it, okay?
Tail. Tails is the call.
And it is a head. Your choice.
You want to defer to the second.
You want to defer. Yeah, your choice. You want kick or
ball,
you want
sir.
ball. Which vote do you want?
Chase County will have the ball, guys.
Bishop Neumann wins the toss. They elect to defer. Chase County's offense goes to work to start this C1 championship game next.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Programming on NETV is made possible by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
These cost about $50. This costs about $57,000. Choosing to use these can help you avoid this. And since inactivity is a better predictor of death than smoking, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, using these more and this less could save you more than money. A message that's good to know from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Nebraska. You live and play here. You raise your family here. So do we. ACE, community-owned, community-operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
Hi, I'm Emmy Lou Harris. This Thanksgiving, start a new tradition. Watch Farm Aid on PBS.
Thursday night at 8 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
The 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships are being carried live over the internet, so if you have friends or family who don't have access to NETV, have them log on to mynptv.org, click sports, and follow the prompts to State High School football. These webcasts are free and brought to you commercial-free as a service of NETV, Nebraska's home for sports. The road to the championship, Bishop Neumann went through Auburn and Norfolk Catholic. Chase County had to go through Valentine and then a real tough game with Hastings St. Cecilia to reach this C1 championship game. There are the locations, of course, Chase County and the city of Imperial, just in the southwestern corner of the state, and Bishop Neumann and Wahoo in the northeastern corner of the state. And we look at the weather for today, 35 degrees, cloudy skies, a north wind at 13 miles per hour, and that all-important humidity, 67% today for this C1 title game.
Chase County only lost one game this year, and that was to a Class B team. That was to Ogallala, a team that made it to the semifinals against McCook. So they are 11-1 on the year. Here's the kickoff.
Angled kick taken at the 12-yard line. showing some good speed over the left side. Will Morales down the sidelines, and great field position to start for the Chase County Longhorns. And let's look at the offensive linemen that Chase County will send out to start this game. Stephen Hanna, the quarterback, Aaron Fuhrer and Michael Swanson in the backfield. Matt Follow, the split end, Jason Burke, the flanker, and Nathan Wenslick, the tight end. Along that offensive line, Joseph Ambrosic, Taylor May, Nathan Gaswick, Jesse Fitzke, and Ryan Stromberger from left to right on the offensive line. Stephen Hanna, the quarterback, came in the third game of the year. He didn't start the season as the quarterback, but he has really responded to the challenge this season. On 1st and 10 from the 47, Hanna wants to throw. Got a man open, and the catch is not made. Incomplete, a little low, intended for Matt Falla. Defensively for Chase County, David Brabitz, Jacob Tranmer, Mitch Tranmer, and Charlie Pleskotch on that defensive line. Backs and linebackers, Brett Miller, Jared Makovica, Matt Wagner, Mike Spitka, Josh Hardy, Brian Miller, and Jacob Mock in the defensive backfield for the Longhorns of Chase County. 2nd and 10 from the 47. Right up the middle it goes to Fuhrer, and Fuhrer takes it to midfield. 3-yard pickup, 3rd down and 7. And earlier in the day, George Purnell, the head coach of Imperial Chase County, talking about the keys to winning this game.
I think offensively we have to keep the ball out of their hands, and so we have to have some long, sustained drives. And I think more than anything, both Tim and I have mentioned the special teams are going to come into play. And you know, you saw last night in the Class A game where the punting game really hurt Creighton Prep, and in field position wise, and gave them the short field. So I think that's a situation that we need to be concerned about today. We have a good punter, and at times we'll punt for 30 yards and head it for the sidelines, and we consider that a good thing if they don't get any returns. So defensively, that's our signature this year. Coach Dan Lenners has done an awesome job with his kids, putting them in the right position. And last week we had to stop Hastings 5 times inside our 10-yard line. So we think that's a pretty good defensive stand, and we're going to ask them to do it one more time.
Good start for the defense of Bishop Neumann, guys. A 3-and-out forced by this Cavalier defense, and Matt Wagner leading the way.
You bet, Kevin, and they've run 9 people up front against this Chase County offense. 9 people up there close in the box and shut down the offense here in this first series. That's their signature thus far.
Will Morales will punt, averaging 30 yards per punt on the year. Got flags that'll fly. Play stopping. And the referees will talk things over here. Flag thrown well behind the Bishop Neumann line, and a delay of game against Chase County. So march it back 5 yards, and they'll punt again. Probably won't affect them too much on this punt.
Trying to capitalize on that great field position on their kick return by Morales. Not able to do it. That Neumann defense, again, with 9 people up front, just a couple people playing in the backfield and over on the corner. And here's the snap.
Morales, a line drive kick, takes a good hop for Chase County, and it'll roll inside the 20, inside the 15, and down near the 13-yard line. Pretty good punt by Will Morales, and the Bishop Neumann offense takes the field. Let's look at the starters for the Cavaliers of Bishop Neumann High School. Jake Vasha, Brian Miller, Jared Makovica, Josh Hardy, Jacob Mock, and Matt Wagner, the backs and receivers. On the offensive line, Jacob Tranmer, David Brabitz, Garrett Wenninghoff, Charlie Pleskotch, and Mitch Tranmer on the offensive line for Bishop Neumann. 1st and 10 from the 13. Up the middle with the fullback, and Jared Makovica with a 4-yard pickup to the 17. Defensively, this is what Chase County starts with: Garrett Paisley, Abel Hinojosa, Tyler Stanley, and Joseph Ambrosic on that defensive line. Backs and linebackers: Will Morales, Taylor May, Nathan Gaswick, Michael Swanson, Aaron Fuhrer, Jason Burke, and Nathan Wenslick. 2nd down and 6 from the 17-yard line. Axe in the eye. Vasha gives to the tailback Miller, and Miller ripped down at the 19-yard line. And Tim Turman, the head coach of Bishop Neumann, talked earlier about the keys for a Cavalier victory.
Well, we think, as is with any time you get into a championship game, you have to play well. We think if we can if we can, the field position game, if we can just pick up some first downs, punt the ball, play good defense, and just get in that field position game and make them go 60, 70 yards for a touchdown, we think our defense can come up with a play somewhere in there.
3rd down and 4. Miller in motion out of the backfield. Vasha, 3-step drop, floats it over the middle, and it's a little high. Intended for his tight end, Matt Wagner, and he just missed him. He had a little bit of a crease, Eric, and just couldn't hit him.
Yeah, he did. Sometimes here on 3rd and long, you try to spread out the defense. That's exactly what they did there. They motioned the guy out to the flanker and then tried to throw a quick pass to the tight end over the middle.
Aaron Fear over there also to make sure nothing happened on the play. Gave Wagner a little pop. Just running that deep seam. You try to run that deep seam and shake somebody loose. Didn't happen. Another punt.
Burke and Fuhrer back with a double return for Chase County, and the snap goes over the head of the punter. Has some time to collect himself and able to punt it away. Gets off a pretty good kick. Takes a good Bishop Neumann roll, and really the Cavaliers dodge a huge bullet there. Give all the credit in the world to Brett Miller, who tracked it down, was able to gather himself, and he got off a decent punt and pulled Bishop Neumann out of big-time trouble.
And a big lucky bounce in the end zone there as that ball took about 3 rolls towards the back line and then checked up and bounced right back to it. So excellent work, excellent follow-up by Miller there.
The 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships on NETV Sports are made possible in part by the financial contributors to Nebraskans for Public Television. You can help support your statewide network and become a member by calling toll-free 1-800-634-6788. You can also join over the internet at mynptv.org, click membership, and follow the prompts. If you're enjoying our high school football championship coverage, please join NPTV today. 2nd down and 8 from the 46 after the 2-yard gain up the middle by Aaron Fuhrer. And both of these offenses right now just trying to get their feet wet, trying to get the feel for this championship game. It's the first time that Chase County has played on turf. They stopped yesterday on the way here to Doane College to get a taste of the turf. Hanna to throw, and he sails it over the head of Matt Falla. 3rd down and long now for Chase County. The C1 title game with Chase County in at 11-1. Their only loss this year to Ogallala. Bishop Neumann a perfect 12-0 on the year. Both teams, though, have had some close calls this year. They've been in tight games, and that always helps when you get to a championship game. 3rd and 8. Looking for running room, none there. Burke tripped up by Ben Langemeyer. And Bishop Neumann's defense very stout, forcing the 3-and-out.
Still running that 9-man front pretty much up there, Eric. And when you're running against that 9-man front, it's very, very difficult to get a run off. But once you do, if you get somebody by the line of scrimmage, you got some room to go.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of people up there. And Coach Turman said before this game, this defense is going to have to win this game for them.
So far, so good for the Bishop Neumann defense as Chase County will punt. They've had great field position. 2 punts on 3-and-outs, and pressure coming in. Morales gets hit as he punts. We'll wait and see what it is. As the punt is down at the 35-yard line, Morales was hit as he punted it away. The flag, and it's a personal foul, roughing the kicker against Bishop Neumann, and Chase County will maintain the possession.
Automatic 1st down on the play as 3 red jerseys come into play on this play right here. And Morales gets it off, but he gets hit not once but twice on the play, and it'll cost 15, the 1st down, and put Chase County into Neumann territory.
Well, you just never know, and things like that happen like this in a game. It could be the difference in the game is just a simple running into the kicker.
Had a jersey change on the Chase County side. Taylor May was wearing number 44. He has switched to number 50. So when you see number 50, and you'll see it a lot because he's very active, that's Taylor May on the Chase County side.
The other
up the left side, breaking through a hole. Jason Burke, look at the tough running from this senior tailback as he takes it down to the 22-yard line of Bishop Neumann.
Running over that left side over there, Kevin, Joe Ambrosiak, Taylor May, Nathan Gaswick pinning the way for Burke on the play, and then he just does a lot, Eric, once he gets by the line of scrimmage on his own.
Yeah, he did. He just showed his ability, his ability to break through and just say, hey, you know, I'm going to fight for every yard that I can get here in this game.
Well, Burke, 2nd leading rusher on the year, but only by 30 yards shy of Aaron Fear. A good balanced rushing attack for Chase County. Burke, the tailback in this formation, movement into the neutral zone, and Bishop Neumann trying to be aggressive, maybe being a little too aggressive, guys, as they rush up there and get the offsides call.
Well, they understand they need to stop this running game of Chase County, and there you see the indication from the referee. That's Michael Peters. But try to get just a little bit of an edge there with that front and make sure they stop the running game, and it'll cost them 5, first down and 5 now for the Longhorns.
The penalty on the punt has really set Chase County up in good shape. First down and 5 after the offsides from the 17 of Bishop Neumann. Toss play to the left. Burke trying for the corner on the short side. A flag is down, and Burke's out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Looks like they're going to get a holding call on that play.
I think so. It looked like perhaps a little holding on the flank right there. Joanne Brochek coming out to lead the play. Let's take a quick look here. Number 51 coming out right there and just pulled him down.
All it takes is you get that arm outside of the body. Ref sees that pretty easily, able to make that call. It's a pretty good call.
And when you change the direction of the defender, that's one of the things they also look at. When you change the direction of the defender, you see him go from one track to a different track and go down. That's pretty much going to be the whole call.
So back up Chase County to the 32-yard line, and it'll be first down and 20 from the 32. On the option play, nowhere to go. Great defensive penetration coming for Bishop Neumann from number 72, Anthony Pleskach.
Pleskach coming right straight through, untouched on the play right there on the left side. Big surprise for Hannah.
Pretty good job of Hannah just holding on to that ball. It looked like he was maybe thinking about pitching that one. You don't want to do that right here.
So since the penetration to the 17, it's been straight backwards for Chase County. They face a second down and 24. Hannah looking over the middle, got a man out there, and unfortunately for him, it's a man from Bishop Neumann, and it's dropped on the interception. Jacob Mock had it in his hands, and once he hit the turf, it popped free, and credit Nathan Wenslick for helping to break that up.
Would have been his first interception on the year for Mock. Again, Chase County running the deep seams, trying to get it through, and boy, I tell you, Mock had it for a second, guys. Just not able to hang on, or hit the ground and it bounced loose.
Yeah, he did have it almost there. Quarterback Hannah almost could have threw it on the line and hit him a little sooner if he had the chance and had his feet set.
Third down and 24 from the 36. Hannah, the give up the middle. Burke with a huge hole. Great cutback move. Burke close to the first down. He's got it and more. Look at Burke driving to the 2 and to the 1-yard line.
Ball came loose, but they said he was down.
First and goal, Chase County. Burke 35 yards up the middle.
What a great call by Chase County. Maybe expecting the pass. Wahoo Newman expect pass, perhaps. Good fake right there to look like pass to start. And then it's off to the races with Jason Burke. Excellent block right there by Will Morales to spring him downfield. And he gets very close to the goal line, but yeah, he's down. Ground does not cause the fumble. The ball is dead when he hits the ground.
Chase County knocking on the door to jump out in front in this C1 title game. Power eye set on first and goal. Working up the middle to Fuhrer, and he is not going to get in. Second and goal from the 2. Stood up right at the line of scrimmage, and a good push from that front 4 of Bishop Neumann.
Well, when you have a 3rd and 24, Eric, you cross up that defense like that with a running play. That's a great offensive call.
Yeah, I agree. It was a great offense call. And right down here on the goal line is where you see the character of each team. The lineman against the defensive lineman.
So far this year, Bishop Neumann has not allowed too much. They had some big stands in the red zone last week against Hastings St. Cecilia. On the toss, they'll try, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Aaron Fuhrer scoring for Chase County.
Neumann had an idea that play was coming. They adjusted their defense over to the running side where Chase County went. But even in spite of that, having a little bit of an advantage there with their defense, Fuhrer and the offensive line over there have the opportunity, and they take the opportunity and put it in the end zone.
Well, Aaron Fuhrer there on that play, he talked about him as being the power guy, the guy that they want to get the ball to make sure they can gain 2 or 3 yards. You saw him do it there. They were successful at it.
Did a great job, especially after he missed the first 5 games this year, came back strong to end it.
7-0 the score. Chase County with the advantage. Let's watch the touchdown again from Fuhrer.
Coming right at you, and there you see the lineman coming out to block. 51 is Joe Ambrosek. He gets a pretty good block there. Michael Swanson also coming at you on the block. Set it all up, and Fear takes it in. He's averaged, in the playoffs, he's averaged 20 carries and just over 100 yards, actually 110 yards a game in the playoffs.
Get all the inside information on the Huskers after the Colorado game on Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, December 2nd, live at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's a complete review of the game with highlights, discussion, Huskers Illustrated's Rick Shaw on recruiting, and most importantly, you. Join Adrian Fiala and me for our next Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday, December 2nd, right here on NETV, Nebraska's home for sports.
I tell you what, guys, this is a lot better than yesterday in terms of the temperature in this booth. I mean, to tell you, thanks whoever it is for putting the heat on today.
I think also the wind has shifted directions. I don't notice the things blowing directly in here. I know it's cold down on the field. I'm sure Larry Putney is bundled up and staying warm down there.
I think it was Larry that talked to the building folks to make sure the heat on was in the booth. Thanks, Larry.
Well, he's concerned about us, and that's one of the things that makes Larry Putney such a good member of the team. He likes to make sure that those of us in the booth are taken care of, and he insists on getting down there and keeping himself warm as best he can. The kickoff taken at the 9-yard line. Return set right up the middle, and a hole to burst through out to the 36-yard line, and a good return for Bishop Newman's Brian Miller.
Right straight up the field on the return. Excellent blocking with the wedge. And they get it up close to about the 40-yard line, a couple 3 yards short of the 40. They move it back another yard after the official spot. And Newman will take over at that point.
From the 36, first down and 10 to go. Bishop Newman trailing now 7-0. Jake Basha, though, a senior quarterback, he is rather unflappable. We'll see what he does with this offense here on first down. And keeping it on the option, Basha across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And it's one of those plays where you talk about the read option being difficult to defend, and that's a very good example of it.
Yeah, it sure is. It's one of those plays where the defense really has to watch where the ball's at, and it's very tough because you want to over pursue, you want to get there, you want to make the stop, and then it's a misdirection play. The quarterback comes on the backside, and really it's a one-on-one situation.
Basha with a 5-yard gain, second down and 5 for Bishop Newman. And a 3-yard gain to the 45-yard line for Jared Makovica. And Tim Turman, the head coach of Bishop Newman, very proud, very pleased with the play from his quarterback. And he talked about Jake Basha earlier.
Well, Jake Basha is a player that has been at the quarterback position for 4 years. And he's just hung in there and done a great job. And then this year, it was just his turn to take over. And he's just been right along in a kind of a nice long line of quarterbacks that have run our option game for us. And he's running it particularly well right now at this time of year.
Option pitch is fumbled, and it's recovered by Chase County. Michael Swanson did a great job of defending the pitch man, and he recovers the fumble. First down, Chase County.
Kevin, this is an incredible play because a block actually sets up this fumble here. I think Basha is still down. Let's double check here.
It is Basha down on the turf. He got popped as he pitched that football. And looks like he's gasping for air. May have had the wind knocked out of him. I hope that's all it is. Jake Basha, the senior quarterback, just trying to catch his wind right now.
Well, they're looking down.
Yeah,
they're looking at legs, unfortunately. Let's hope for the best here with Jake.
See if we can see anything on the replay.
Well, he's going to get popped right there.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Taylor May who got him around the ankles, and the leg bent. A little funny. That right leg looked like it buckled a bit underneath him and hopefully just rolled that ankle a little bit. The field turf is much more forgiving than the previous turf here at Memorial Stadium, and hopefully that field turf was able to move with him. But you see Basha, not a good sign for Bishop Newman that he is being helped off the field, and he's not even putting any weight on that right leg. That puts Bishop Newman in a bit of a bind as they lose their senior starter. We'll try to get a report from Larry Putney. I know he's over on the Bishop Newman sideline, and hopefully an update soon on the condition of Basha. First down and 10 for Chase County from the 41. Play fake. Hannah wants to throw. Has a man down the sidelines. Falla is there. He's got it. And out of bounds. Matt Falla down to the 10-yard line. And a first down for Chase County on a beautiful play.
Excellent play action that time, Eric. The receiver beating Jacob Mock to the corner down there with that excellent speed. And man, they give their team another opportunity here at the 10-yard line.
Matt Falla just running a great route out there as a receiver. Eyes straight down the field and then breaking out. The quarterback did a good job of just laying the ball out there for him and throwing and catching. Sometimes that's just a key to the game.
Well, it certainly was a key to a 31-yard gain there down to the 10-yard line. A beautiful toss. Falla catching on the run and takes it to the 10-yard line. Up the middle, no gain for Michael Swanson. Coming around from behind, Jared Makovica and Ben Langemeyer with the stop. Second down and 10. May have even lost a half yard on the play outside the 10-yard line. 7-0 Chase County in this first quarter of the C1 title game. Stephen Hanna back to throw. Over the middle, and it's dropped at the 2-yard line. Matt Falla coming over the middle, or at least headed towards the middle of the field on a little bit of a slant route, and he dropped the football.
Pretty good coverage here, over and under. Underneath, you see the linebacker dropping just a little bit, almost gets into the route there. But he was also covered back over the top as Falla went up. Falla about 6'1", 170. And Eric, as a quarterback, when you see that over and under coverage, I guess your option should be take it to the right side and run, huh?
Take it to the right side and run, or put it in a very small window. One of the two.
Or throw it in the 40th row.
Burke, the tailback in the eye. They'll throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Big hit on Nathan Wenslick as he went up to try it pulled down. You see the cast on his left hand. He tried to pull it in with his right hand, and no luck.
Josh Hardy there just in case from Bishop Neumann. He's a safety back there. We'll see it again here.
Looked like a little option fake there, and then just popping it up and throwing to the tight end on a quick route, and defense did a good job there of just making sure that they weren't going to get in the end zone again.
Timeout taken by Chase County. They want to talk things over. 4th and 10 from the 10. Matt Falla is their field goal kicker. He's hit a 31-yarder this year, but they've only attempted 2 field goals on the season.
Hit them both.
If you'd like a VHS copy or DVD of the game you're seeing today, log on to mynptv.org and click on the sports link or call 1-800-228-4630. NETV is Nebraska's home for sports. Not only this championship, but all of our state high school football championships are available. So if you're a fan of any of the teams that you've seen or just a fan of high school football in Nebraska, what a great idea for a keepsake of any of these championship games. We've seen some dandies here this weekend.
Keepsake, Kevin, and also great for holiday gifts. Exciting to get the full set. Why not get the full set of the state championships for a great holiday gift?
You know what? Buy them for Adrian Fiala. I mean, really.
That too.
More people need to give Adrian presents. I think that would really make our world a better place.
Always in the market for videotapes.
Like I said, I don't mind you guys getting me a tape of that game last night either. Either one of you guys can do that for me.
Oh, Eric, it was a great game, wasn't it? Holy moly. Did you get a chance to talk to Fred afterwards?
No, I didn't. I didn't get a chance. So I let him bask.
You will.
Bask in the sun with his team.
They'll try the field goal. Yeah, the very cold. 27-yard field goal attempt here for Matt Falla. And they fake the field goal. Librant to throw into the end zone. The pass is juggled and incomplete. Scott Librant, the backup quarterback, he's thrown for 103 yards on the year. He tried to connect in the end zone, but just couldn't hook up.
And he had very little time on the pass because of Anthony Pleskach on the pressure. 72 right there, beating the block from Falla, and the ball just out of the fingertips there.
Pretty good throw by Librant, though, just to get it in there to where Fearer was.
Especially, Eric, with the guy hanging all over him. That's tough.
Jacob Mock making a pretty good play there on the ball.
From the 10, 1st down and 10. New quarterback into the game, and flags fly. For Bishop Neumann, it's Kyle Gertis who comes in.
This is where it can get tough for a team. A new quarterback in, not used to his cadence, not used to the way that his timing is with the team. That's going to be an issue here today.
How about the exchange between he and the center? If they've had an opportunity, fine, but most times, Eric, that is not the case.
It isn't the case. A lot of times, I know when you get a new quarterback in there, a new center for that matter, even with an injury to either one of those guys, it can be critical for that timing and that exchange. Just feeling comfortable with one another.
Let's see if we can find out what's going on with Jake Vasha. Larry Putney has an update.
It's that right ankle of Jake Vasha they're looking at. It rolled when he went down, and they really gave him two options. They said, you know, it doesn't look like it's broken. They tapped it around and looked at it. They said, we can either ice it for a while and then try to tape it, or we can tape it up now and see what you can do on it. So for right now, they're going to put a pad on the outside there where it looks like it's there's some swelling already. They're going to tape it up and let him run on the sideline and see what he can do.
Well, a big key to their success in this game is if Jake Vasha can get back out on the field.
Kevin, he's been a 4-year quarterback at Bishop Neumann. This is his first year to start. He has really had a terrific year for Tim Turman and his team. Unfortunate that this would happen. He'll give it his very best to try to get back out on the field.
2nd down and 13 from the 7. Over the left side, Brian Miller looking for running room, and he's down near the 15-yard line. Tackle made out there by Nathan Wenslick. And it's 3rd and long for Bishop Neumann, and we'll see what Gertis can do in a passing situation. When you come on cold as a quarterback, Eric, and you haven't been throwing the ball, when do you get to that comfort level where you feel like you can drop back and let one go?
Well, I don't know if there's a comfort level out there. It's just a matter of finding your guy, believing in yourself that you can get the job done, and throwing a ball out there that's catchable. Sometimes you have to be on the sideline warming up, but when a guy gets injured so quickly like that, you really have to just go in there and you warm up on the fly.
3rd down and 6 from the 14. And flags again. We saw one illegal motion against this offense and perhaps another. And that goes back to what you're saying, Eric, about the cadence of the quarterback. It may be off, and that's throwing everybody off right now. Another illegal motion against Bishop Neumann.
It's going to be an issue, I guarantee it.
I would think, Eric, that the comfort level for the quarterback would be the first time he completes the pass. That would really be a huge comfort to me.
That will calm the nerves down.
Yeah, immediately. Eric, we see a lot of teams run to the weak side. That play before they ran to the weak side. Chase County, they're loading up the box too. They have 8 or 9 people up front there, but they slant it over to the strong side of the field. Here comes the play. Kevin, go ahead.
3rd down and 11. They'll toss it, and the play calling a little bit limited right now, and Chase County is aware of it. They're swarming on the run. You've got a new quarterback in who's not done much this year, and Bishop Neumann's offense is limited right now to just trying to get his feet wet, and Chase County's teeing off.
Chase understands that on defense, and they're loading the front up with a lot of people, Eric, and saying just daring them to run the football, and we saw it again right there. Getting back to that weak side, let's talk about that after this play. Well, they're going to punt, so I want to talk about why you go back to the weak side.
There's a lot of reasons.
Ready to punt. Good snap this time, and a good kick. Waiting for it is Burke. Burke on the reverse gives it on the short side to Fuhrer, and Fuhrer dancing around for running room, and Fuhrer gets it down to the Bishop Neumann 37-yard line. A
big hits out there.
Yeah, some real big hits. NETV Sports has a great website for you. Log on to mynptv.org and click on the sports link. There you'll find information about today's game and how you can support NETV Sports, because without support from viewers like you, we wouldn't be able to bring you high school football. Log on to mynptv.org and be more connected with NETV Sports.
Well, a lot of the game has been played on the left side of the field thus far. Short side for Chase County.
1st down and 10, and up the middle, Michael Swanson, the quick hit from the fullback for 2 yards.
But Eric, talk about that. Why you would, some of the major reasons, 2 or 3 of the major reasons you want to go back weak side.
Well, one of them is that you're playing a numbers game out there sometimes when you're running that option game. So the defense is going to overcompensate because they don't want you to take the field. The field's a lot of room to work with the ball, with the option game. And so you come back to the short field. Even though you don't have as much room to work with, you can get them on the numbers out there. Pick up a free safety.
Strong side of the field usually is going to have a +1 as far as defense goes. The short side, usually you have the advantage with defense.
Sure do.
First quarter in the books in the C1 title game. Chase County 7 and Bishop Neumann nothing.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
It's what's for dinner.
Brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by NPPD. Always there when you need us. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska. The Blues are good for you. By Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, community grants, and college planning services. And by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, promoting soy biodiesel fuel, clean burning and renewable. Make a difference for soybean farmers and you. And let's check in with Larry Putney, an update on the condition of Jake Vasha.
Well, you can see Jake Vasha running up and down the sideline now. He's ran straight ahead without much trouble. He was trying cut side to side a little more gingerly, and then he took his three-step drop just a second ago, but it looks like he's going to put the helmet on and give it a go. You know, they really taped that ankle up good. Not only did they put a lot of tape on it, but they took a big pad and put it on the outside. So it's a pretty good size ankle right now, especially with the swelling.
From the 35, 2nd and 8, Hannah to throw, has a man open. Great catch by Jason Burke at the 20-yard line. A fingertip grab of the high pass.
This play happens right in the face of the blitz. Neumann coming on blitz. See the two backers coming? 47 is coming right up the middle. That's Matt Wagner. And Hannah able to keep it under control and complete the pass, Eric.
Well, as a quarterback, when you pick up that blitz, there's a lot of opportunity for you out there to make a play because they brought those linebackers. Now the middle of the field becomes open.
You see some room. Makovica also coming from this middle spot. And good job by Hannah to read it, get the pass completed.
1st and 10 from the 20. Right up the middle with the fullback, Michael Swanson. Just a quick shot down to the 17-yard line, a pickup of 3 yards. And Chase County trying to shock Bishop Neumann here a little bit and jump out in front. And you look at Michael Swanson, he's a little staggered at the end of the play. A guy they could ill afford to lose, and he makes his way to the sidelines. And earlier today, we talked with head coach George Purnell about Stephen Hannah.
Steve Hannah, he's a junior quarterback that, you know, I think coming into this year, I think he saw himself as a backup quarterback to 2 seniors that we were looking at, Jason Burke and Scott Libran at the beginning of the year. And, but looking at Jason and his abilities, he's probably the best thrower, pure passer out of the 3. Might be the slowest one in the bunch, but I don't want to tell him that. Now his asset right now, he is a smart quarterback, and I think he's thrown 5 or 6 interceptions this year, 10 touchdowns, and he doesn't put the offense in a bad situation, and we think that's critical in the season we've had.
Well, he throws his 7th interception of the year to Matt Wagner, who picks off the pass and gives Bishop Neumann a chance, and Vasha back into the game at quarterback.
Good teamwork here. Lots of pressure on Hannah when he threw the ball, and Wagner picks off his 3rd pass of the year. I don't know, Eric, when you have that kind of pressure, you take that risk.
You sure do. It looked like it slipped out of his hands a little bit.
They give it up the middle to Brian Miller, and been tough running against this Longhorn defense. We heard about this Longhorn defense, fast, physical defense. That's their signature play. That's their signature side of the ball. And they are really stymieing the middle for Bishop Neumann.
Taylor May, Nathan Gaswick, Seth Miller, all the ringleaders on defense for this bunch, and they're loading up that front for Neumann to try to contend with. They're running the backers. They run a middle backer a little bit deeper sometimes. Now he's up tight, but a little bit of a different formation.
Quick hit up the middle with the fullback Makovica, a cousin of the Joel and Jeff Makovicas of Nebraska fame.
Eric, didn't Arizona run that kind of linebacker set against you guys in the Holiday Bowl? They had 2 backers up close, and then they had the middle backer further off the ball. It seems like they ran that some.
Yeah, they did.
How'd you deal with that as far as your offense goes?
Well, you just got to get on the linebacker. It brings another linebacker in the game. He's back a little bit further, just reading the quarterback. And he's kind of like the spy. This guy's going to watch the quarterback. He's going to watch his eyes. He's going to just follow him around the field all day.
Linebacker.
The middle linebacker.
He's deeper on the play.
3rd and 5 from the 21. Vasha, high pass, juggled and almost intercepted by Nathan Wenslick. And it'll be 4th down for Bishop Neumann. So the offense of Bishop Neumann so far today, they have been slowed up just 24 yards total offense.
See, it's hard for Vasha to get around on that ankle. He saw him, he stumbled a little bit, and that had an effect on where the ball went.
Just a little bit, trying to get the football to Brian Miller. Brian, 12 receptions on the year. The ball a little bit high and almost picked off, as Kevin said. Brings up a Neumann punt.
Time to punt it away here. It's Bishop Neumann. A shanked kick out of bounds, and that's going to give Chase County. Boy, Chase County has had the field position battle in their favor today. They have started, I believe now, 4 times on the Bishop Neumann side of the field. Bishop Neumann very fortunate to be in this game at 7-0 because Chase County's had several opportunities to score more points, just a 7-0 ball game right now.
As we talked about earlier, if it's left and right, they're either on the left side of the field or the right side of the field, but they really haven't started on the long field yet, and Eric, that gives them a real advantage.
Yeah, it does give them an advantage, and one thing the coach talked about was his defense is going to have to play hard today to win the football game for him, for Bishop Neumann, and so far it's been a defensive game, and they've been doing a good job because Chase County's had the opportunity, and they've been down in the red zone a few times to score some points.
Good run up the middle by Aaron Fuhrer down to the 31-yard line, a 6-yard carry for the Chase County junior tailback Aaron Fuhrer.
Saw that fake to the left side and bring it back, a little counter action of a sort, coming back to the right with Aaron Fuhrer.
Showing his power there as a running back.
Just 5'9", 160, but he's picked up over just close to 800 yards this year, 4 touchdowns. As we said earlier, playing well here in the playoffs.
From the 31, 2nd and 4. Fuhrer right up the middle, and oh, what a collision in there. A brick wall, and that brick wall was Mitch Tranmer at 6 foot 212. He did not yield.
The Wahoo Bear stepped out on that one. Holy moly. There's Mitch Tranmer. He's a senior, 212. Related, or actually the son of Mike Tranmer.
3rd down and 3 from the 30. Hanna on the roll. Fires it down the sideline and out of bounds. Matt Falla couldn't pull it in, and it's 4th down.
There, Matt Wagner doing a great job on the defense, just coming up on the rush, and you see he just kind of gets in his face there, puts the hand up just enough to where the quarterback had a tough time seeing his receiver.
Wagner leads his team in tackles this year, has a couple of interceptions, also 6 sacks on the year for Wagner. He's a big guy up there, 6'3", 194, close to 200 pounds. Had that arm up, Eric, and that's something the quarterback certainly does not like to see in his face also.
4th down and 3, pressure up the middle, it's picked up. Hanna looking to throw, and the pass is incomplete. Oh, it's intercepted. It is intercepted, and a great pick over there by Aaron Brandt, scooping it up off the turf, and Bishop Neumann will have the football.
He's no stranger to the interception. Aaron Brandt, his 3rd one on the year. Just playing that free safety spot over there and reads the quarterback. Eric, you got to look off sometimes. He did look off. That's great for the safety's perspective, but not yours as a quarterback.
Yeah, sure is.
You got to look them off.
Especially when you get a little double coverage over there. You see 2 red jerseys. First instinct would be to go somewhere else.
1st down and 10. Over to the right side, running room out there. Ben Langemeyer with the best gain of the day to the 39-yard line. And the Neumann fans thrilled with what they're seeing out of that play.
Watch the block, top of your screen by number 50. I guess we will not see it, as I understand it, but David Brabitz, terrific block on the flank that time to spring Langemeyer on the run and get the ball up near midfield.
Early in the 2nd quarter, 7-0 Chase County in the C1 title game. Miller out of the backfield in motion. Right up the middle, and Makovica takes it from the 39 to the 43-yard line, 4-yard gain. There you go. Turn it around there. 7-0 Chase County with the lead. And the Cavaliers trying to mount a drive today against the defense, guys, that has yielded very little this afternoon.
Very little. Surprising to see Vasha in there doing the job that he's doing after taking that injury to the leg, and that just tells you how tough this kid can be.
No question. They're going to try to limit his mobility a little bit. Timeout taken by Chase County. They want to discuss this a little bit here as they face a 2nd and 6 to the Cavaliers of Bishop Neumann. And today's coverage on NETV of this Class C1 State High School Football Championship game is supported in part by KADL. broadcasting Imperial Longhorns sports all year round, located at 102.9 KADL in Imperial, supporting Chase County High School athletics. I believe that is cattle country, KADL.
I think you're absolutely correct on that, my good friend. You're speaking of prime rib earlier in the.
Oh man,
maybe we were off.
I shouldn't have been talking about that because we were talking about eating all these good foods right before we went on the air, and then we go on the air and there's no food to eat. So
it'll be a while.
It'll be a while before we get to do that, and I doubt we'll find any prime rib here at Memorial Stadium. That's a good. Look at that, the NETV logo shaped into Neumann. Not bad. Points for creativity. Vasha on the option play. And nowhere to go. Taylor May leading the charge, but pretty good mobility by a guy that has a heavily taped up ankle.
Eric, I tell you, that's you said it earlier. He's a tough guy, and for him to be doing that and trying to go full speed on that sore ankle, that's tough to do. You had ankle problems, you know about that.
I did. I had a few ankle sprains, and it's not bad out there jogging around, but when you fall down, that's when it hurts.
But when you get sandwiched with Taylor May on top of you, it hurts a little bit more. 3rd and 5 from the 44. And up the middle for no gain, maybe a yard. And there's just nothing up the middle against this Chase County defense. Jared Makovica finding the running and the yardage, tough going.
No go at all as we see Abel Edosa, part of the tackling crew for Chase County on that play. They tried to spring the fullback through. A little surprise there. 3rd and 5. Did not work at all. Chase had it diagnosed, and another Neumann punt.
Brett Miller will punt it away. Angled kick at the 25-yard line and down at the 27-yard line. Good coverage downfield by Matt Wagner. And Chase County will start at their 27-yard line, leading 7-0. NETV wants to help you navigate through the maze of college planning. Nebraska Connects Destination College follows 3 Nebraskans as they begin the college selection process. This documentary highlights the resources you need in pursuing a higher education. Nebraska Connects Destination College, Monday night at 9:30 Central Time on NETV. From the 27 on 1st down and 10. Fear out near the 30-yard line for a 3-yard pickup.
And again, they go to the weak side on that play. Again, trying to use that man advantage over there. And Neumann shuts it down. Very short gain, 2 yards.
Very cool day in Lincoln, but the weather, which is expected in the capital city, has not reached Lincoln as of yet. By the night game tonight, it may be snowing for McCook and Omaha Roncalli in the Class B title game. On the option pitch, nice pitch, and Fuhrer trying to wiggle free of some tacklers, and he can't. Just snowed under by Cavaliers after a pickup of a couple.
Let's take a look here, Eric, at the option. He's reading that end, right there.
Yeah, he did a good job of reading that end, and when the end actually crashed down, or a strong safety come on the outside, crashed down on the pitch, he did a good job of just really knowing where his running back was. A lot of times, if you don't look, you pick up some time, and when the option game, when you're running it, it's all a timing issue.
Was the relationship there as far as the quarterback pitch man, was that a little too deep or just right, or how did you see it?
He looked pretty good to me.
Okay.
He looked fine, about 4.5, 5 yards of the quarterback, and that's generally where you want to be.
Good tackle made coming in there for Bishop Neumann by number 43, Jared Makovica, and that stops the Chase County threat on 3rd down and 5. They'll have to punt it away on 4th and 5. And we have seen a real good defensive struggle here in this first half between 2 very excellent defenses.
It has gone back and forth. Chase County, a total of 72 yards rushing, 46 passing for Neumann, 50 yards rushing, and they're 0 for 2 in the passing category.
Morales will punt. Pressure coming. Gets off a low line drive kick. And it continues to take a good Chase County roll. A lot of yardage on the roll here on this field turf down near the 30-yard line. Bishop Neumann 70 yards away from a tie. Tonight, after the conclusion of the Class B championship game, Statewide looks at why the Omaha School District is suing the state over school funding. The district calls the state formula unconstitutional and doesn't provide money to educate their students. School districts in Grand Island, South Sioux City, and Lexington also have joined Omaha in their suit. Don't miss Statewide tonight following the conclusion of the Class B championship game. First and 10 from the 31. Makovica to the 34-yard line.
Vasha just reversing out there, and a lot of option plays ran off that formation there and just handing it off to the fullback and picking up a few yards.
Well, they continue to try to establish the running game in the middle, but so far, guys, Chase County not yielding a lot between the tackles.
They have really done a tremendous job of shutting down that fullback today. No doubt about that, but here soon you're going to see that fake to the fullback and sprint out to either side and running that option play.
Vasha.
Like right there.
There it is. Says Karnak Fiala with the projection to the 36-yard line. Vasha with a 3-yard gain. Now, what play will they run now?
Well,
and what are the Powerball numbers tonight?
Just a second. I have to check my feathers.
Got the answers sealed in a jar.
All right, let's talk about it, Eric. It's 3rd and short 5. So what do you think? Option play?
Well, you know what? I'm going to go with the little tight roll, the quick pass.
Okay. See the formation. It's a tight formation, running formation.
Look for a tight end.
Let's see if they do it.
See if Eric Crouch has the Adrian Fiala touch on 3rd and 5.
There it is.
Vasha setting up the screen for Brian Miller. Blockers out in front, and Miller's got the first down, shoved out of bounds near midfield, and a 1st and 10 for Bishop Neumann.
Eric, it was the pass, but not the route you're talking about.
Not the route, but I got half right.
Okay. Good call. Here you see it here as Vasha looks off to the right. That's what I was talking about earlier on. You look off, look those secondary people off, and here it's off to the races almost for Brian Miller.
Well, perfect job, Vasha, on that play there. Looking downfield. To me, it looked like he was going deep, and then the screen was set up here on the side.
Deep into the right, too.
Deep into the right.
Yeah.
First passing yardage of the day for Bishop Neumann's offense. 1st and 10 from their 47-yard line. And they give it up the middle to Makovica. Nothing there. Nothing again for Makovica. He wanted to get it out, didn't he?
Yeah, that's the problem, Eric, as you saw that the fullback sometimes is going to take that football, and you got to pull it back out there. I think he was trying to maybe do that.
Yeah, sometimes the fullback doesn't have his eyes on exactly what you do, so when you put the ball in there, the fullback clamps down on it, and if you want to pull it, sometimes you've got a hard grip on that ball.
And if you've got a fullback that hasn't carried the football in a while, it's going to be even tougher to
well,
get it.
He wants it, that's right. He's going to take it when he can get it.
2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line. Play fake and Vasha to throw. Has time over the middle. Catch is made. First down inside the 40-yard line. Down to the 38-yard line. And a good gain on the play for Bishop Neumann as they go to the air once again.
You know, you don't care how pretty a pass is or how ugly a pass is. You only care if it's complete. Watch this.
Well, it's his right leg. I think that was hurt on him, so it's hard to push off that. But anyway, it can get there. You get the job done. And nice catch there by the receiver, number 83, Brett Miller.
I call that a 12-gauger. You can either catch it or shoot it.
First down and 10 from the 38. Wondered where I heard that quack sound. And the ball pops free, loose on the turf. And Chase County says they've got it, and they do. Fumble on the play, and the Longhorns recover and stop the threat.
Underneath it all, it looks like number 53 for the Longhorns, Tyler Stanley, comes up with the loose football. And maybe with a bit of a shoulder, but it'll feel better because he knows his team has the football. Unfortunately for Neumann, they had a little momentum moving here, Eric, but they give it up.
Well, most of these championship games, turnovers are a key to winning, and or it can be a key to losing, too. And it's just a matter of who's giving the ball up and who's taking it.
Well, the day-to-day that the Bishop Neumann defense has had been impressive. They've been faced with a lot of adversity. So far, just 7 points allowed by this Bishop Neumann defense, and plays like that are why, as they try the middle with Burke, and Wagner got in there first, but then a whole host of Cavs came to close it out.
Wagner came up just to play a little smack right straight up. He saw that he diagnosed the play immediately, running that lead play right up inside, but he knew it was coming, so step up and get the advantage. As a linebacker, you want to have a little bit of an advantage there, have a little more torque than that fullback coming out to block you.
Give to Burke, nowhere to go. Waiting on the doorstep, Charlie Pleskotch. And he would have nothing of Jason Burke trying to move forward, and a timeout now by Bishop Neumann.
Well, these guys want the ball back after what happened on the offensive side. You can see that right now, see it in their eyes.
Call that timeout to preserve the time, 1:22 left. If they can hold here, they've got 2 timeouts left yet to burn, so they have time if they can get the football back, Eric, to move.
22 seconds. That's enough time to get yourself down the field. The way they've been playing on offense today, the defense has been playing great. They just got to mix it up like they have been, and hope that Chase County on the other side of the ball doesn't see what they're doing.
And hold on to it. Hold on to
that
the
is the
football.
key.
Yeah.
Remember, Chase County earlier today converted on a 3rd and 24. Going right up the middle with Jason Burke on a long run. We'll see what George Purnell has in mind here. Keep it on the ground or perhaps put it in the air and try to get that first down. 3rd down and 14 from the 33-yard line. And Stephen Hanna, the junior quarterback for Chase County, looks over the Bishop Neumann defense on 3rd and long. On the roll. Has a man. It's tipped and incomplete. That pass may have been touched at the line, and it was certainly tipped on its way towards the intended receiver. 4th down.
Might have been Matt Wagner that gets it. Let's see, 47. The linebacker right there is Matt Wagner, and he's going to go up, and he does get it. He gets a little bit of the football. Matt Wagner knocks one down, and look like, Eric, if he doesn't get that, it might be a completed pass.
Yeah, it may have been, too. And then Brian Miller there almost had the interception. But, again, Matt Wagner doing a tremendous job there playing defense and getting his hand up in vision of the quarterback and the path of the football.
Well, how important is that in defense is to get those hands up, get them in the passing lanes. Here's a snap.
Burke with the punt, pretty decent punt taken at the 33-yard line. Brian Miller down at the 31. He went the wrong way and he couldn't get away from Nathan Gaswick. And downstairs we go into the chilly weather. Here's Larry Putney.
Thanks. We're down here with the Turman boys, Tim Turman's sons, of course, Seth on the far, and Matt here. Matt played at Nebraska, played at UNO, and they both, I guess the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree. You guys are coaching now. You had a pretty good year at Scott.
We did have a good year. Gretna's a pretty good team. They beat us twice, but second round of the playoffs, it's good. That's a good start. So I think we can improve on that next year. So
Seth, how's Dad doing?
I think he's a little conservative with his play calling right now. He's got to open it up second half and getting things going.
Agreed?
I agree. Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you which one, but earlier after a play call, one of them said, oh, come on, that's a bad call. I said, geez, nobody's exempt, are they? They said, not even Dad.
Especially not Dad. Now that they're both coaches, you get the chance to second guess with a little credibility. Vasha has time, and the catch is made. Out of bounds goes Matt Wagner. And a first down at midfield for Bishop Neumann. Clock stopped with 41 seconds left first half.
2 parts there. Crossing your receiver, which we talked about last night, Eric. Very tough for the defenders to pick those people up. When do you look at the receiver, or when you look at the receiver, when do you decide really to pull that trigger as far as throw the ball?
Well, you really got to be able to anticipate, and Vasha did a great job there just anticipating, because the defensive back right there had his back turned, and then Wagner was able just to scoot right behind him and make a catch right on the run.
Vasha to throw. Going deep down the middle of the field. It's an interception. No, it's dropped. Matt Falla could have called a fair catch, it looked like, on that pick, and then he ran into some traffic out there and dropped the football.
Falla back there. Taylor May also back there out of his linebacker spot. He's going to get a deep drop here. This ball up for grabs, as we say, trying to get it to Brian Miller. And on the defense, you've got a signal back there. You call it out. And one guy's got to take it, one guy's got to block, and a little miscommunication there.
Yeah, Falla was waiting. Looked like he was waiting to receive a punt on that one. Had the ball dead in his hands, and May knocked it away.
Did he fair catch it?
He could have. I think he was set up for that. From midfield, 2nd and 10. Miller in motion out of the backfield. Fumbled snap. Vasha picks it up on the run, and the pass is incomplete. A big hit leveled on the intended receiver. That was Langemeyer that he was throwing to, or Wagner rather. Matt Wagner, the tight end, and it's incomplete.
Let's talk about that play right there. It looked like the receivers were covered. Vasha had a lot of room to go. What's your key there in terms of running the football?
The key is he's probably thinking about the injury. Can I make it or not? You know, that's one of the things. And so he's limping out there a little bit, but in all reality, maybe just try to pick up and make it a third, maybe short. He maybe could have gained maybe 7 or 8 yards on that play. And now the play calling changes.
3rd down and 10. Vasha on the roll. Pumps and fires into triple coverage. The pass is juggled, and let's see. It's intercepted? Yes, it is. Intercepted by Jason Burke, wrestling with Matt Wagner for the football, and it's picked off.
Well, again, you just need enough for the first down on this play, and he had a couple guys coming over in the crossing routes, and he was deciding to go deep for the big play, and there in about triple coverage was a tough one to complete.
Yeah, and he had a receiver on the sideline that was sort of waving his arms over there, Aaron Brandt. But he's trying to force it in there and into triple coverage, as you said, Eric, and that bad ankle. Wow, here we go. It's live action. He's going to kill it and go to the locker room.
Chase County riding a good defense and an early touchdown to a lead at halftime, and they'll take it into the locker room with a 7-0 advantage. The Chase County Longhorns trying to win the Class C1 championship, and they lead Bishop Neumann 7-0 here at the break. A very impressive defensive performance for both teams. Only 212 yards rather, combined between the two teams. And let's go downstairs to Larry Putney.
Move the ball.
Well, yeah, we got to start moving the ball a little bit, and we've just been the whole first half we played down on our end of the field, really poor field position, and we got to do something to try to get out of there and then just figure out some way to get a little offense going here.
And conversely, the defense hasn't done a bad job given what great field position they've had.
Oh man, our defense has really played us well, and we're still in the game, still got a chance. So I'm really, if we can get something straightened out on offense, I think we got a good chance to play well this second half.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it. Guys, I didn't have the heart to tell him his son told him to open it up.
Probably a good thing for Thanksgiving coming up. That might have made it a little uncomfortable. 7-0 Chase County leads at the break.
Oh, it's story time. We'll read the story about the big dog. Yes, on the way to school.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District, together with your local public power utility.
Programming on NETV is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. Soy biodiesel is a soy-based, clean-burning, renewable fuel that can be blended with petroleum diesel to help reduce America's dependence on foreign oil. Soy biodiesel, making a difference for soybean farmers and you.
Programming on NETV is made possible by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
These cost about $50. This costs about $57,000. Choosing to use these can help you avoid this. And since inactivity is a better predictor of death than smoking, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, using these more and this less could save you more than money. A message that's good to know from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Wait, hold on. Before you kill your television, give it one more chance to speak its mind. Independent lens. Put the sledgehammer down. Step away from the TV. There you go.
Thursday night at 10:30 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by Bryan LGH Medical Center, the first name in healthcare. By the Nebraska Beef Council, brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers. Beef, it's what's for dinner. By the Public Alliance for Community Energy, locally owned and operated, your hometown choice for natural gas. And by NPPD, always there when you need us. We are at halftime at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, the Class C1 state championship game. Chase County leading 7-0 over Bishop Neumann. Kevin Kugler back with you. We're pleased to be joined here at halftime by Jim Angeli of the Nebraska School Activities Association, and we've been doing this throughout championship weekend here on NETV. We've been talking about some of the other championships that have already completed in this fall season. And let's talk a little softball. Give us the rundown. How did the softball tournament go this year?
Well, the softball tournament went pretty well. We got started on October 15th with the Class A championships and played them for half the day. On October 16th, we started the Class B tournament and got a little bit of rain before the end of the first round games. So that pushed back the start of the Class C tournament a little bit, but Friday was a beautiful day, and then we had to come back on Saturday, the 18th, and finish the Class C state tournament. So, but other than that, it went really, really well.
Softball across this state is growing in popularity. Have you seen numbers growing in the teams and the participants in softball throughout the state?
Exactly. That's exactly going on right now, Kevin. We had 5 schools add last year. Of course, we had Papillion La Vista South. We had Lincoln North Star. We had Takema Herman, West Point, and North Bend Central all add softball, and I only see a bright future for softball. I think we're going to continue to grow.
Well, talk about the tournament. Talk about the support you get from the community as you host this, as the tournaments go on.
Well, we hold it at Seymour Smith Complex in Omaha, of course, and we get a tremendous amount of support from the Omaha Public Schools. Dr. Peg Nalen, who heads up the physical education department at OPS, and her staff just do a tremendous job of organizing and setting up the facility so that when the NSAA staff arrives there and the umpires arrive there, it's just in perfect condition, and when the teams arrive, they're ready to play.
I know one of the most impressive things about girls softball in the state of Nebraska is the competition level, and as the years have gone on that softball has been a sanctioned sport of the NSAA, the competition has become very, very good.
Oh, it has become excellent. 2 years ago we added, or 3 years ago I guess, we added the Class C to the sport, and you can go up and down the line. Class A with Papillion La Vista, they're such an outstanding program. They've won 9 straight state titles. Beatrice is a perennial powerhouse in Class B. They won the state title this year. And we got a new champion this year in Class C in Wayne High School. They have a tremendous pitcher by the name of Molly Hill, who I think a lot of college scouts and coaches are going to be very interested in next year. And they came and worked all their way through the losers bracket to win the Class C state title.
Are you noticing more colleges targeting Nebraska for softball recruits?
Well, I think when you look at what Rhonda Ravel and her program has done here at the University of Nebraska, Creighton has a tremendous tradition in softball. The University of Nebraska at Omaha has a tremendous tradition as well, but they're doing that with local kids. You know, you look also at the Great Plains Athletic Conference, the small colleges here in Nebraska. They are relying on Nebraska kids as well, and up and down from A through C, you can find good kids who go on to compete at the collegiate level here in Nebraska.
Well, what's the future of softball look like then for Nebraska high schools?
Well, I'm excited for it because I see continued growth with it, and I think we're only going to get better and better at it because it seems like the technology of the fields, the Agriline fields, the Diamond Dry, things like that, kids are able to play more games under adverse weather, and it's just going to keep growing.
Well, and you want to do that in Nebraska. There's a tendency for adverse weather from time to time. That's a news flash for you, I'm sure. Let's look at the results in the championships. Jim mentioned them already. Papillion La Vista, the Class A champs, Beatrice in Class B, and Wayne, the champions in Class C. Another great softball tournament, another great softball championship. Jim Angeli, the NSAA. Jim, thanks.
Thanks for letting me be here.
Well, we appreciate you having you here as well. It is halftime at the Class C1 state championship. 7-0. Chase County leads at the break.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain. and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Brian LGH, the first name in healthcare.
From getting your kids to bed to getting them to the dentist, you'll find parenting advice and more on mymptv.org.
First, it was baby steps, then the first day of kindergarten, and now college. But what college is best for your child, and how about the financial costs? Nebraska Connects, Destination College, can help guide you and your college-bound child to the right choices about the many options available for their college education. Watch Nebraska Connects, Destination College.
Monday night at 9:30 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
Seven 0 Chase County leading Bishop Neumann here at halftime in the Class C1 State Championship. And along with Eric Crouch and Adrian Fiala, I'm Kevin Kugler. We're glad you're with us here for what has been a very defensive struggle between these two teams. You look at this game, guys, and we talked a little bit about the offenses, but really what's been the story of the game has been the defense, and I think that's been expected between these two teams.
Yeah, Kevin, both of these teams have been stingy on defense all year, and it's showing up here today. And the Bishop Neumann really has kept their football team in the ball game because Chase County, Eric, has had great field position to work from, just haven't been able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, they have, and the defense, like we talked about, is kind of the story of the game. And with an option attack that Chase County has been seen from Neumann, and they've been doing a good job of keeping them under control. And I know that Vash has got a little problem there as an injury, but more than likely they're doing a good job, and this is the way that it has to work.
And that defense, again, as far as the read option goes, Chase County hasn't had much experience with that, so they've really done a pretty fine job.
Yeah,
also.
they have. It's really up to the defensive ends and the linebackers, and they've been doing a great job as well.
Well, let's take a look at some highlights of the first half in action here in this Class C1 State Championship game. A roughing the punter call against Bishop Neumann really hurt their cause early on, and turnovers have hurt Bishop Neumann today as well, guys.
That roughing the punter penalty actually kept the drive alive, and they got a touchdown out of it, Kevin, on the play. And there's more action by Chase County. Steve Hanna delivering the pass, and there you see Aaron Brandt coming up. Big interception for Bishop Neumann.
Touchdown there by Aaron Fuhrer. That's the only scoring of the day. Vasha with a little success setting up the screen pass, and a good run here by Brian Miller.
Good job by Vasha to look everybody off, as we said when the play happened. Look everybody off to the right, come back to the left. That's another shot of that interception by Aaron Brandt. And then there's the old knuckleball pass we're all famous for at times. Caught up to, completed by Bishop Neumann.
And that screenplay once again to Miller.
Doing a good job there. Just power football and a lot of big hits.
And the stats in the first half, 111 yards total offense for Chase County, 101 for Bishop Neumann. If I didn't know better, I'd say this was a defensive game when you look at those stats.
You look at those numbers, that would seem to indicate that, Kevin, it indeed has been that. And also the turnovers really have been a big factor in the ballgame. It's been a big factor in keeping both teams at bay. In other words, we just have a 7-0 score in favor of the Longhorns, but the turnovers there can keep you down, and that's what's happened here in this first half.
It's a turnover ratio that can win it for you or lose it for you. We talked about that before, and in any game you want to have as very few turnovers as you can, and now with the weather being like it is, there's going to be a running game down there. There's going to be a few passes. It's a matter of taking care of the football and holding on to it.
The wind has shifted. It's chilly, and it's halftime in the Class C1 State Championship. 7-0 Chase County leading in a defensive struggle.
Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers.
Nebraska. You live and play here. You raise your family here.
so do we. ACE, community-owned, community-operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
Be more connected with mymptv.org.
This weekend on Statewide, Omaha Public Schools leads a group of schools suing the state. They say it costs more to teach large numbers of immigrant students and others with special needs. We'll see what they mean.
You have to put these kids on the same playing field if you want literally no child left behind. And right now they are not on the same playing field.
Be more informed. Watch Statewide this weekend on NETV.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
Seven 0 our score at halftime. Chase County leading Wahoo Bishop Neumann by that 7-0 score. The touchdown by Fuhrer, the only scoring in the game today, and a very defensive type game, and we knew that coming in. Bishop Neumann very proud of their defense. George Purnell saying, hey, our signature is defense. That's what he told Riley Jane Hamilton today in the Lincoln Journal-Star. That's our signature. That's what we do. And they are very, very proud of their defense. And so far today, the thing I've been most impressed from the Chase County defense, guys, has been the way they've shut down the Bishop Neumann running game, especially between the tackles. They keep trying up the middle. There's nothing there.
They've taken the fullback out of the equation, and they've also had some good success shutting down the option play. And Eric, I know as far as running that option play, what do you think they're going to try to do in the second half here against this Chase County defense to make that option play work a little better?
Well, there could be a few things to do, and misdirection. Maybe they come back with a few more motions and plays where you're faking to the fullback, you're getting on the outside, misdirection. Those are the types of plays that can really throw a defense off.
Larry Putney standing by down on the field. He's got a chance to chat with the coach, George Purnell.
Well, Coach, defensively, that first half, your team was outstanding.
Our kids are doing exactly what we asked them to do on defense here, and they're coming up, they're playing intense physical football, and they're making the stops, and hopefully we can keep them going the long field. Our offense has to come out and take advantage of those opportunities they're being given, and so hopefully the second half we're going to take care of that and put this game away.
You had unbelievable field position. A little disappointed to only have 7 points on the board after that?
Yes, we are, and our kids are, and they said they're going to make up for it this second half.
Thanks, George.
Thanks.
Thanks, Larry. Eric, let's get back to talking about what to do as far as that option goes. Maybe another tack to take might be to put up in the air.
Yeah, it sure will. And one of the things that Chase County will do is they've been very aggressive up front with their linebackers kind of getting up in the holes and stopping the running game. And that is perfect. That's something that the offense here with Neumann could do, because the backers are aggressive, and all it takes is a little wing back there to slip behind, get right in the middle of the field wide open, draw the linebackers in with the fake, and then pop up, and boop, there you go. There's the pass. Yeah.
Running the option pass, running the pass off the option action, which Nebraska is really notorious for doing, and runs it well.
You ride the fullback there, you stick it in there, and the linebackers see that ball, so they're thinking option the whole way. You pull it out, you take 1, 2, 3 steps down the line, and then you do your drop back pass real quick, 2 steps, and then throw it in there.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by NPPD, always there when you need us. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, the Blues are good for you. By Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, community grants, and college planning services. And by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, promoting soy biodiesel, clean burning and renewable, making a difference for soybean farmers and you. Second half about to begin. Bishop Neumann won the toss to start the game. They elected to defer, and thus will have the football to start things off, and they're, I'm sure, happy to have the ball to start off this second half, trailing 7-0. We'll see what Tim Turman's halftime adjustments were with this Bishop Neumann offense. We'll see how Jake Vacha's ankle fared at halftime. When you go in on a cold day and a sore ankle, that thing can stiffen up awfully quickly. We'll see what kind of mobility Vasha has in the second half.
That'll be important, I would think, obviously, to their offensive prowess in the second half. And I really expect, knowing Tim, I've known Tim for a long time, and he's an excellent coach and an excellent tactician. And I would expect, Eric, that the option pass, I'll be surprised if we don't see the option pass here in the second half.
Yeah, I would be surprised as they play up there close and use 8, 9 guys in the box, just like what Nebraska does. They try to draw guys in. They try to draw the defense up there, think you're going to run and run over time and time again, and then you just pop up and you surprise them. And usually they're big plays, and they go for touchdowns more than likely.
They've had 9 people up tight, and then, again, there's safety in their corner that remains in the backfield, really not all that deep either. So option pass seems to be a good option. Let's put it that way.
Kickoff for this second half. Short kick taken at the 18-yard line. Miller looking for some running room. Has a hole up the middle, and he's tripped up at the 35-yard line by Cole Fitzke, and a good tackle by Fitzke. He was about the last man standing between Miller and the end zone.
Short kick, and to get the football in pretty good shape here, and not only that, but get it upfield, get it right to the 35-yard line. Good place to start.
Couple big blocks there too to open up a hole.
See what happens with Vasha and the offense of Bishop Neumann here, trying to defend their state championship in this C1 title game. And up the middle, they work it to Miller. And again, up the middle means very little yardage for the Bishop Neumann rushing attack, as the Chase County Longhorns, led that time by Joseph Ambrozic, were right there to close any lanes down.
As we said before, that defense is being stingy, not giving up much, and with the running game and an option attack there, and looks like they're doing a little bit of misdirection on that play, a fake to one side and go back to the other, just trying to get those linebackers to get confused.
From the 36 on the option play, Vasha down to the 39-yard line. Crunched inside once he turned it upfield, and Vasha showing some decent mobility with that bad ankle.
Trying to run option play down to the left here, and he thinks he sees room to cut it in, but all of a sudden Will Morales is there coming from the back end. Tell you what, you're always going to have pressure from the backside, Eric. As a quarterback, you need to be aware.
It sure is. You got to be decisive in what you do.
Haven't done much on third down today. Chase County and Neumann just 1 for 7 on third downs. Good defensive play. Vasha on the play fake. Has time, throws it out, catch is made. Wagner looking for the first down, and he's going to be stopped short. Momentum took him back. He tried to right the ship, and he'll be short of the first down.
Yeah, he had it, no doubt about it. He had to cross the 45. Good rollout action here, and right now Wagner has it right there. Gets shoved.
I'm not so sure. If he would have got tackled there, they may have given him the first down.
Forward progress would have taken him there. If they'd have given him forward progress, he has the first down.
Instead, it's fourth down and punt time now for Bishop Neumann.
Big play.
Brett Miller will punt it away, and that's a real big play. Jason Burke, normally you want your guys to wrap up and tackle. Instead, he just pushed him back, and worked out well for Chase County. Punting away from Fuhrer, and that punt will roll out of bounds at the 27-yard line. It's a pretty good play and a pretty good punt. On Sunday, December 7th, see Nebraska like you've never seen it before. The first digital high-definition program produced in Nebraska. Widescreen Nebraska will showcase events, majestic views, and wildlife famous to Nebraska. Produced by NETV. Widescreen Nebraska will take your breath away. It's something to see. Widescreen Nebraska, Monday night, December 7th at 8 Central Time, only on NETV.
It's unfortunate that Wagner didn't go down on the shove, guys, because I think the referee would have given him forward progress, which would have meant first down, but he tried to stay on his feet, keep his balance, and get upfield.
Straight up the middle goes Fuhrer, and equally tough to find yardage up the middle for the Chase County offense as Mitch Tranmer makes the stop.
You know, I refer to games like this as hammer and tong football games, because that's kind of what we have here. It's 7-0 at 9:36 and counting here in the third quarter. And these two teams are just slugging it out up front, and reminds me of just the old blacksmith in the back end. They're just beating with a hammer on the anvil.
2nd and 6 from the 31. Fuhrer tripped up in the backfield, and Jared Makovica showing not only can he play fullback, he can play linebacker. Good tackle made around the ankles.
You hung around a couple of Macavickas, didn't you?
Yeah, those guys hit pretty hard, and here they're showing their football players just natural instinct to find the ball, and wherever it's at, they're going to be there.
And Jared, a cousin to Joel and to Jeff. 133 tackles on the year. That's second on this team. Matt Wagner leads with 174.
Between those two, that's 300 tackles from your linebacking core. Up the middle, as Burke trying to find that first down yardage on 3rd and 7. He'll end up a yard shy at the 36-yard line, and a punt coming for Chase County.
Try to confuse the defense here. Good fake, a little counter trap coming back. I didn't catch the number of that first player there. I think it was 88, I believe, for Bishop Neumann. Not positive about that. However, good stop there up in the hole, slowed him down and creates the punt.
4th down and 1. Burke to punt it away. Burke gets off a good kick. Waiting for it, and down goes Brian Miller. The bullet on the play for Chase County. Right there, who else but Taylor May?
Just gave the receiver just enough time to catch the football without causing an interference here.
This guy has natural ability. Coach talked about before the game. He's just a big hitter. They're laying a big hit, just a shoulder pad into the body, enough to knock him down.
Good ability and great leadership out of Taylor May. He kind of steers the defense. He is a linebacker on defense.
1st down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Bishop Neumann trailing 7-0. Up the middle, and again, there's just nothing there. They keep trying the middle and finding very little yardage. That time, Abel Hinojosa combining with Garrett Paisley for the stop.
Yeah, Hinojosa that time, Eric, just not to be denied. He stepped around the block at the line and almost took the handoff on the play.
Had the right read, and a lot of that is just technique too, just using your hands as a defensive lineman. You got to use your hands, just throw away the offensive lineman and find the ball, and you'll be right there.
Motion out of the backfield from the tailback Miller. Vasha rolls that direction. Has time, good throw, catch is made, a 1st down. No movement that time backwards by Matt Wagner. He gets the first, and it's move the chains time for Bishop Neumann.
They gave him the forward progress that time. They're going to give him that one, and good throw and a good catch, rolling out to the right. Not able to set his feet, didn't have to.
Yeah, the difference here is he got shoved last time, and he thought, well, I better try to get back upfield. He had the 1st down, but this time he just waits and takes the tackle right there and gets that 1st down.
Good rollout by Vasha. We'll see if we see more of that. The mobility looks pretty good despite the sprain. On the draw play. And even with the delay action, there's just no running room up the middle. Chase County playing extremely well defending the run.
Kevin and Eric, that last set right there is absolutely a prime set to run the option pass. If we have a wide shot, no, we don't. If he runs option pass coming to this left side, I don't even know if it's in their playbook. I would think it would be, but if option pass, that set was perfect for it. Because you get that crossing tight end behind that deep linebacker, that middle linebacker, Eric, and he's going to be golden.
That causes a problem for the defense, that's for sure.
2nd and 8 from the 46. 3rd quarter, midway through, 7-0 Chase County on the option toss. Running room on the corner for Miller with a blocker out in front. He's got a 1st down to the Chase County 43-yard line. 1st down and 10. Good option run by Brian Miller.
Great job by Nathan Wenslick here. Watch number 35. He's going to work off a block. He's being blocked downfield right there, but he works off that block. I think that was Wagner trying to block him.
Yep.
But Wenslick, a few colleges interested in Nathan Wenslick, 6'4", 175. But man, did he do a good job on that last play.
1st down and 10 from the 43. 3 wide receiver pattern, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, and they'll shift the fullback out of the backfield, run the option play. Miller upfield near the 40-yard line, 3-yard pickup, and it's 2nd and 7.
Notice that time, Eric, the middle linebacker went with the back in motion, ran himself out of that play. It seems to me maybe a counter trap maybe works. Watch the middle back here when the motion starts. See him? He's moving away. He's picking up right there. That's Taylor May. Line slanting to the left on that last play. Counter trap seems like the play in order.
2nd down, 7 from the 40 of Chase County. Vasha on the toss, fumbled football, and it goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Fortunate there that Miller was able to get on top of it, and Vash upset with himself on the pitch.
And also, Kevin, fortunate it wasn't a forward pitch. It was ever so close to being a forward pitch on the play. Referee right there to mark the ball and also to watch the play to make sure it was not a forward pitch.
Good play by that defensive end, just coming up and trying to rattle the quarterback and get in his face with his hands or anything that he can do to throw that pitch off.
55 yards passing today for Vasha. He may go to the air here on 3rd down and 5. Instead, they go with a run and nothing doing. 2 yards short of the first. Brian Miller gets it down to the 35-yard line midway through this 3rd quarter. 5:10 remaining in the 3rd. 7-0 the score. Chase County leading, and Bishop Neumann on 4th and 2 looks like they're going to go.
No doubt about it, Kevin. They're down here. Field goal's out of the question. Too much wind blowing right now. They'll line it up and see if they can get it.
Again, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right of the line. Backs in the eye. 4th and 2. Vasha. Looks like he's trying to draw Chase County off sides. Will they run a play? They won't. Delay a game against Bishop Neumann.
Eric had that feeling he was going to run out of time there. He saw that middle backer jumping up and decided, I better do something about it. Check out of this.
Yeah, you're really watching the line. You're watching everyone. The thing you got to really watch is the clock. You know, it's kind of ticking down here, and I saw Coach Turman here on the sideline trying to signal for a timeout. Didn't get it in time, and those linebackers are up in the line. Your view sometimes can change because the play clock down here is right close to the field. So if there's a linebacker in the way, it makes it tough to see that clock.
Well, it made a 4th and 2 into a 4th and 7, and they will go for it again.
4th down and 7. Vasha in trouble, and down he goes. He throws it back behind, and it's incomplete. Vasha was in the grass being spun to the ground, just threw it out there. It's incomplete, and Chase County with another defensive stand.
Seth Miller on the action here on the pressure with Vasha. Vasha looking down. Everybody's, you can see downfield there. Everybody's covered. Seth Miller steps up.
Great job by the defense there. Just kind of throwing your blocks and staying with the ball and finding the quarterback.
He did, by the way, have an eligible receiver in that neighborhood. Makovica was in the crowd of linemen. That's why you didn't see an intentional grounding call. 1st down and 10 from the 40. Shift the tight end off the corner. And on 1st down, the toss play to Burke. And no running room for Burke. Here comes a late flag. Right at the end of the play, the flag coming in. Either a hold or a face mask. We'll wait and see what our referee, Michael Peters, tells us.
Vernon Brakefield, the referee, throwing the flag. Great player in Omaha Central years ago.
And a false start against the Chase County offense. Mark it back 5 yards and put it back near the 35-yard line. Let's see. They may decline it if they have the option, and Burke will limp to the sidelines for Chase County.
Already heavily taped on that left ankle, Jason Burke.
Penalty is declined, by the way. It'll be 2nd down and 9. They'll take the result of the play and put it at the 41-yard line. Stephen Hanna, the quarterback for Chase County, and George Purnell signaling in the plays. 2nd down and 9. 7-0 score. An early touchdown by Chase County. It's held up to this point. Nowhere to go for Hanna. It's like a little bit of confusion in the backfield there.
He missed a handoff. Trying to hand the ball to Michael Swanson. Just missed the handoff. So, Rick, what do you do? You miss the handoff and you just turn up and go.
When something happens like that, you see what happens. You know right away when it's not the right thing. You just turn around, you look for a hole, and you get up the field to get as many yards as you possibly can.
But, you know, oftentimes, especially a quarterback with your ability, you can make something out of that play.
Well, you try to. You give it your best shot. And sometimes when your play goes wrong, the defense doesn't know what you're doing either.
From the 43, 3rd and 7, Hanna throws it out. Catch is made in Bishop Neumann territory at the 42-yard line. Matt Falla with the grab and a 1st down.
He's our leading receiver this year, Matt Falla. And this is just a wonderful job by Stephen Hanna.
Threading the needle there on the throw and doing a good job of getting both those feet in. Doesn't need to get both in, just needs to get one in.
He didn't have much room to get the football in there, as you saw Brian Miller on the under coverage right there, just about catching up to it, but the ball through that about a 2 to 3 foot window. for the first down.
Up the middle, they give a big run, big hole for Aaron Fuhrer, another first down to the 31-yard line. That's about the biggest gain up the middle today since the first quarter run by Jason Burke on 3rd and 24.
What that is, that's just a kind of counter play there. You fake to the other guy, you come back, throws the linebackers off, and hopefully you just get that edge on the block to get by those backers.
And you saw the blocking up front over there by Taylor May, Nathan Gaswick, and Jesse Fitzke up front. Excellent work by those guys.
Up the middle,
Again.
Fuhrer. Big block out front. Fuhrer sheds a tackle. Look at the cutback by Fuhrer, and he's got another first down to the 18-yard line.
He's known as a power runner. Goes up inside, cuts off the blocks. Aaron Fuhrer. Burke the sprinter, Fuhrer the power guy. This is lead play. We used to call it the old ISO play, and man, what a block that was. That was Michael Swanson just taking the linebacker on and putting him right down to the nickel seats.
Shedding guys and then making other guys miss and picking up the first down.
That's a tough play right there. The whole play was a tough play.
Good back-to-back runs by Aaron Fuhrer and Chase County on the move. 1st and 10 from the Bishop Neumann 18-yard line, and great anticipation. Everybody sneaking up to the line of scrimmage. Makovica anticipated the snap count, and Fuhrer's thrown for a loss.
Both backers coming, Kevin. Makovica and Wagner both on the play, 47 and 43. You see them both come through the line. Everybody overmatched. So you got to get hat to hat. And when you get hat to hat, you have two spaces open. Got to cover the gaps.
That was a big surge of power there by the defensive line. The linebackers even making it that much more powerful. Getting through there right on the snap. Timed it just right, too.
Perfect.
2nd and 13 from the 21 now of Bishop Neumann. Backs of the eye. The toss play to the right side with blockers out in front. Fuhrer in trouble now, and down he goes. The blockers out front couldn't keep their blocks, and Pleskotch and Mock ended the play.
Watch Brian Miller, number 22 in the red jersey here. He's going to take out 1, 2 guys right there and push them back into the ball carrier. What a tremendous effort. He's just 5'10", 172, and he's taking on the big boys, Eric.
Look at that. Getting the tackle by just knocking 2 blockers, and then pretty good job just by staying on his feet there. And I tell you what, that is a big-time play.
That's a tough play for that young man.
3rd and 16. Hanna to throw over the middle. Almost a beautiful catch by Will Morales as he tried to pull it in with one hand. It's incomplete, and it's 4th down now for Chase County. And 4th and 16, the yardage they lost really takes them out of makeable field goal range.
You know, Eric, Morales catches that football. If Aaron Brandt, he came up from the corner over there, knocked it out.
Sure
Morales a little bit of advantage there, but Aaron Brandt pretty alert.
Really alert on that play. You just got to see where the ball is coming from. Sometimes on those quick passes by the quarterback, they're not sure where it's going. So he did a great job of just finding the ball.
Timeout taken by Chase County as they decide what to do on this play. 4th down and 16 from the 24-yard line of Bishop Neumann. Join NETV for a celebration of holiday music performed by Nebraska colleges and universities from across the state, performed especially for NETV. Hear musical selections from Nebraska Wesleyan University, Wayne State College, Hastings College, and the UNL Men's Choir. Don't miss Holiday Harmonies next Saturday, November 29th at 8 Central, only on NETV. Attendance today, 2,623. Not a bad crowd on a real chilly day for football in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hardy Souls, brave souls, want to see their team win, and they are here today in Imperial, Chase County Imperial Longhorns, driving a long ways to get here to do that. Quite a football game here, tough slug-em football game. And that last play, Eric, by Aaron Brandt, created the 4th down situation, puts them in a big dilemma here with 4th and long.
See what coach calls here for a play, and I don't know how many plays you have in your playbook for 4th and 13 or whatever, but you sure try to find the one that works.
Well, this is going to have to be something that takes him down to the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Burke in trouble, and down he goes. Makovica with the stop. Burke wanted to throw the football there, but too much pressure from the Bishop Neumann defense.
Lots of red jerseys coming at you. Blitz was on. They thought it was going to be a pass of some sort. Blitz was on the play. As you see, Tim Turman, he's happy about that play. And look at that helmet. Is that must be Wagner.
banged
all those
up
scratches on that thing.
Wagner or Makovica.
I think he's been rubbing it on the concrete. Actually, that's the offensive center. I think that's Garen Winningoff.
Everybody getting into the act. First down and 10 from the 26-yard line. And again up the middle, Makovica just tripped up. He almost squirted through that hole, and it looked like Garrett Paisley may have gotten a hand on the ankle just as he popped free. But a good run. That's the best run of the day for Makovica going up the middle.
Not a lot of room there to get by, but bounced off one guy and then kept going, and a little arm tackle there on the old leg. Otherwise, he could have been set free for a long ways.
There was a big yardage up the middle there.
And he had a couple of blockers coming downfield to help him out.
2nd and 4 from the 32-yard line. Vasha on the keep. Room to run on the option, and down he goes hard at the 41-yard line. Finished off by Taylor May, but a first down for Bishop Neumann.
We talked earlier about running the option to the weak side, and here's a good example and a good block, a good steal block by Aaron Brandt to get things going. He took care of the linebacker, and you've got a man advantage on the weak side as Tim Turman thinking about the next play.
Eric Seth Miller as defensive end there, number 74, came down on the read. Vasha did a great job of pulling that ball and just getting on the outside. That was a great read.
From the 41, first down and 10. Up the middle, Makovica starting to shed some tackles now, running real tough late third quarter, and he's out to the 48-yard line, a 7-yard gain, and now that yardage starting to come up the middle a little bit.
Eric, that's the thing about running the option, running the fullback up there. You pound it, you get stopped, Everybody gets frustrated, including the fans, but then it starts to work.
Yeah, it sure does. And you can tell that these guys are very well prepared. They've been running this offense for a long time now, and it's all timing issue, and the quarterback, the fullback, they have to be on the same page. They've got to be like best friends, because as much time as they put in on this offense, it's going to be showing right here on this drive.
3 quarters in the books. One more quarter for a champ, and Chase County leads 7-0.
Oh, it's story time. We'll read the story about the big dog. Yes, on the way to school.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District, together with your local public power utility.
Programming on NETV is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. Soy biodiesel is a soy-based, clean-burning, renewable fuel that can be blended with petroleum diesel to help reduce America's dependence on foreign oil. Soy biodiesel, making a difference for soybean farmers and you.
You're watching NETV and NETV Digital Television, a service of Nebraska Educational Telecommunications.
7-0 our score as we begin the 4th quarter of play from Chile Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. Chase County in the lead. I'm Kevin Kugler. That's Eric Crouch. You know Adrian Fiala, and Larry Putney's down in the cold. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. 7-0 game, defensive game at halftime. Nothing changed in that third quarter. Both teams going back and forth between the 20s, and not much happening on the scoreboard.
Well, Kevin, we were talking about option pass. Eric, your thoughts about the option pass?
Well, I tell you what, I think it's a great time for them to do it right now. They've been running option after option, and here's another option, and then, that's when it happens. The defense, they overcompensate, they overpursue, and then you get a guy that's wide open in the middle of the field.
Looks like Makovica may have the first down for Bishop Neumann to keep the drive going, and they do it again on the option. And as many times as they've set it up the middle on that option with the fullback, it seems like Chase County would be ripe for the picking through the air.
Well, it does seem like that, and also they're starting to wear down that Chase County front a little bit. We've seen Makovica be more effective on the last 2 or 3 carries, making a little better yardage, Kevin. So maybe they'll just continue to pound the football. But again, the option pass seems to be there for the taking, and we'll see if it happens.
Well, it is a first down for Bishop Neumann. And we are set up for a real exciting 4th quarter here in this C1 state championship. Kind of reminiscent of our game yesterday in C2. Cambridge with a late drive to get the win in that championship game. And here in C1, this one obviously going right down to the wire. First down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Jake Vasa ready to go. And the give to Makovica gets him a few over that left side down near the 44-yard line of Chase County. Just continue to chip away at that Chase County front.
Chip away, and then hope that you chip off a big block and you can get going and get it upfield. as they pick up about 4. Call it 4 on the play.
2nd and 6 from the 44. Basha under center again. And the give. Jacob Mock trying to find running. A great move in the open field. And he's down near another first down at the 38-yard line. That was a tremendous move to get away from Taylor May by Mock.
Good lead out here on the play by the right guard. Charlie Pleskatch is going to pull. There you see him pulling, going to the right side, leading the play around. Taylor May, a little bit of air right there. Pleskatch just not able to take care of the block over there on Nathan Wedslick, Eric. And if he gets that, maybe he's going.
Yeah, he could go too. And he's got the ability and the speed to do it. And that defense over pursued and then really did a good job of getting back to there because he had a lot of room otherwise.
Tell you what, though, May did a fantastic job of reading that play. He stayed home with the shot we had. You saw May, the fake, he didn't move at all. He followed the guard over and had a great shot at throwing Mock for a loss and just came up empty on the tackle. 1st and 10 from the 38. Vasha, great fake pitch. Vasha in the middle of the field and another first down for Bishop Neumann as he moves it forward another 10 yards, and the Bishop Neumann offense on the move.
Looks like he had a hot pack there on his ankle because it didn't look like it's affecting him much there, showing that he can cut up field and then try to make a little move on a guy. And that was Jason Burke. He put the move on and good for a first down, moving the ball.
From the 27, 1st down and 10. Makovica to the 24-yard line. Bishop Neumann trying to tie this game in the 4th quarter of the C1 state championship. They trail 7-0.
Just looking now for good exchanges between the quarterback and the center, ball handling, ball control, and also ball protection. Certainly don't want to leave it laying around somewhere, have somebody knock it loose. So protect the football, key word right here.
2nd and 7 from the 24. Makovica again getting some big chunks of yardage now in this 4th quarter as he's down to the 18-yard line, 1 yard shy of the first.
Coach Sturman and his staff know exactly what they're doing. They're just continuing to pound it away, not taking a chance as far as throwing the football and giving it up. Just pound it away on this Chase County Imperial team. And it's working right now, Eric.
Yeah, it is. And you can tell when the defensive line is kind of getting worn down a little bit. They're a little undersized compared to Newman's offensive line, and that makes a big difference.
3rd down and 1 from the 18. Vasha on the pitch looking for Miller, and Miller looking for the end zone as he drags tacklers down to the 10-yard line. And Bishop Neumann starting to wear on this Chase County defense.
No flag on the play either. That was awfully close. Awfully
I thought
close
it was a
to
forward pitch as well.
Yeah. You talked about Newman's line, Eric. Here are the sizes.
282, 232, 244, 193, 212. Those are all the size. And these guys showing that size and that strength right now in the red zone. Now they just got to take care of the ball. They're behind, so they don't want to give that up.
1st down and 10. Vasha again. Makovica this time snowed under. Chase County ready for Makovica this time, and those yards get harder to find down here inside the 10-yard line, and Chase County burying Makovica.
Yeah, real estate is very precious down here inside the 10-yard line, and there's what we call territory restriction when you're trying to score inside the 10-yard line. You got to make every move count down there, and usually on defense, your first move inside the 10-yard line is going to be the one that has to count. If you make a mistake, it can cost a score.
2nd and 8. Vasha, the pitch, room for Miller, and he's in for the touchdown. Brian Miller scoring for Bishop Neumann.
I tell you, the right side of the line as far as the blocking goes really created this play, and then Will Morales had a shot at making a tackle. Didn't happen on the play, but the right side of the Neumann line put it together. And Eric, you talked about it, wear them down, beat them down, and that's what Neumann did on this series.
You almost saw it coming from the other side of the field. They drove down, did a great job, and like you said, wear them down, and that's kind of the name of the game here in the 4th quarter.
Faked extra point, they'll throw for 2, and Bishop Neumann has the lead. They faked the extra point. Jacob Mock scores, and Bishop Neumann leads by 1.
Game can turn that fast on you.
Said a moment earlier, guys, about Tim Terman being a tactician, and you saw it right there. Perfect execution on the fake. I mean, he had everybody leaning that direction.
See? Let's take a look again at the touchdown, which...
Yeah. Watch the right side here. Look at that blocks right there. That's 57. Jacob Tranmer making a great block. And then everybody else is just sealing up over there.
Those blocks there is what Nebraska calls pancakes. Those right there. They're going to count every one of those. Add those up.
The pancakes, Eric, will lengthen every offense that goes out there.
It sure will.
Scoring drive, 12 plays, 74
drive.
yards, 454 on the drive. The 8-yard run by Brian Miller for the touchdown. And then the 2-point conversion makes it an 8-7 ball game with 8:29 to play. Today's coverage is supported in part by KADL, broadcasting Imperial Longhorn sports all year round, located at 102.9 KADL, and Imperial supporting Chase County High School athletics. Low bouncing kick picked up. Fuhrer has blockers out in front. Fuhrer at the 30-yard line takes a pop and is driven down at the 32-yard line. Benjamin Langemeyer with the tackle. Also in there, Robert Nice on the stop. So now Chase County behind for the first time today. They've got to figure out a way to regroup after giving up the long touchdown drive and the 2-point conversion to Bishop Neumann.
You bet, Kevin. They've had some success throwing the football to the outside seams. We'll see if that happens to work here in this drive with 8:21 left. And also, of course, using Aaron Fear going up the middle and off to the tackles.
They go over the left side, and Fuhrer out to the 34-yard line, just a 1-yard pickup. 2nd and 9, and Fuhrer in a lot of pain as he comes out of the pile.
Well, he missed the first 5 games of the year with an injury. I'm not sure if it was... This looks like that left ankle we talked about earlier, heavily taped left ankle. Trying to plant here, Eric, and...
Oh,
whoa.
Oh, boy. 2nd down and 9. And we'll get a report on Fuhrer, but that told it all. Right up the middle to Michael Swanson. And Swanson out to the 37-yard line, and that is all he'll get. 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 6 coming up now for Chase County.
Football is a strange game. It's one of those where it's all about angles, and where you get bodies and piles and everybody's up in everyone's face and people landing on one another in strange ways. You saw tonight, Basha got hurt that way, and here Fear gets hurt that way too, and that's just things you don't want to see, but that's the game.
3rd down and 6. Hannah throwing, and it is tipped and incomplete. Jacob Mock on the coverage, tipped it away, and it's 4th down.
Terrific read by Jacob Mock, the junior. Hannah's going to head out, rollout action here. Watch 14 at the top of the screen. Now, he sees that, Eric, and man, that's a great play.
That is a great play. Just getting there right. Perfect timing.
So Chase County at 3 and out. They'll punt it back to Bishop Neumann, and now we'll see that running game again for Bishop Neumann. They would love to melt this clock. Doesn't matter how they win it. If it's by 1, all the better. And the punt away from Jason Burke. At the 35-yard line, Miller crossed the 40 into the 42-yard line. That's a good return by Brian Miller. He caught that punt in an awful lot of traffic. If you have questions about the college planning process, then tune in Wednesday, December 3rd for Nebraska Connect's Countdown to College. This live call-in show will allow you to ask the experts about financial aid, selecting the right college, and many more areas of the higher education process. College is possible for most Nebraskans, and NETV is committed in helping. Nebraska Connect's Countdown to College, December 3rd at 7 Central Time, only on NETV. Makovica to the 45-yard line. 3-yard pickup over that left side for the fullback Jared Makovica, who has been the workhorse this afternoon for Bishop Neumann.
Taking a quick look here, Kevin, Makovica, prior to that carry, 16 carries for 50 yards, making about 53, 54 on the day now for Makovica. Brian Miller, 11 carries for 39. Neumann has been averaging right about 4.3, 4.4 average yards per play.
2nd down and 7. Makovica again, driven down by Joseph Ambrosic. Makovica taking it out to the 49, well, near the 49-yard line, still 3 yards shy of a first. But the clock continuing to run. Bishop Neumann trying to wind it down to their 2nd straight state championship. They lead by the slimmest of margins, 8-7.
Tim Turman, head coach. Wahoo Neumann.
3rd down and 3 from the 49. Chase County needs a stop. To throw, Vasha going down the sidelines. Man wide open, and it's incomplete. Josh Hardy's defender fell down. He was all alone out there, and Vasha just couldn't connect with him.
Tried to go short here, I think, early, Eric, but that was covered, so he airs it out, and Nathan Weslick is back there. He slips.
We knew it was coming sometime in the game, and looked like to just fake it to the right, and then you look backside. He really didn't have anything front side that he liked, so he decided to go backside and put it up. It was pretty close here.
But Chase County got exactly what they needed, guys. They got the stop. And now punt away, and a wobbly kick headed towards the sidelines, and it takes a direct turn right out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Not bad field position for Chase County. Time becoming a factor, though. 5:32 to play, and the Longhorns of Imperial Chase County need to get something moving on offense. Well, if you'd like to get yourself a VHS copy or DVD of the game you're watching right now, it's very easy to do. You log on to the internet at mynptv.org, or you can just dial it up on the telephone, 1-800-228-4630. This or any of our state championship games are available from NETV, Nebraska's home for sports. Hanna in trouble. Gets away, has his man open, and it's incomplete. Boy, that pressure right up the middle threw that play off from the minute the ball ended up in the quarterback's hands. What a mess.
And again, it is Matt Wagner coming. Well, he was touched there, knocked off balance, but still puts the pressure on, flushes him even further, had more pressure coming from the left side over there, and caused the bad throw. 3rd down has been a problem for each of these teams today. Both teams are just 2 of 11 in 3rd down conversions.
2nd down and 10 from the 33. Toss play. Burke has running room. Just tripped up across the 40 at the 41-yard line. A fortunate trip for Bishop Neumann. Burke was about to break into the clear.
Burke's their speed guy, so if he gets on the outside, he may be gone. He may go a long ways, and so they like to go to him. They're probably got him in the game right now because, 5 minutes left. They're looking for a big play.
Got to have it. Jared Makovica probably saves a big gainer, maybe even a touchdown on that last play. That middle linebacker, Jared Makovica.
3rd down and 2 for Chase County from the 41. Trailing by 1, and movement on the left side of the line. Defense started to come. Taylor May got up from his stance, and it's a false start against the offense, and Chase County, instead of 3rd and 2, becomes 3rd and 7. A critical penalty against the Longhorns.
Yeah, 3rd down has been a problem. I mentioned just a second ago, as you see May moving. Both teams 2 for 11 in 3rd down conversions, and Eric, you took a short one, put it into a long one.
Yeah, it's a tough situation there, and especially this late in the game. You're 1 point behind. You have to make sure that your mental side of the game is still there.
3rd down and 7 from the 36. Hanna to throw. Swings it out to Burke out of the backfield. Trying to get the corner. He won't do it. Brian Miller right on top of Burke, and it's 4th down.
That was a huge play. Huge play in this ballgame with the time left and given the circumstances. Watch this. Good job by Hanna again, Eric, to look it off.
Yeah, pretty much everyone covered on that play, and he had to go to his outlet there as a running back, and he hit Brian Miller coming up and making a big stop really on that play. Brian Miller just showing that he's not going to let anybody by him.
Well, that false start really changed everything for Chase County as flags come down. And it looks like it's going to march Chase County back 5 more. A substitution infraction. Too many men out there for Chase County. Got to have 11. They had 1 extra, and that'll mark it back 5 more. So mistakes starting to bite the Longhorns here late 4th quarter. They trail by 1.
Yeah, you can ill afford to give up the football here, but that will be what Chase County has to do. And that put it in their hands of their defense to try to get it back. They could maybe get the football back with a minute or a couple of minutes, 2.5 minutes left.
Not a bad place to put the ball in the hands of. The defense for Chase County has been very good today. And right down at the 39-yard line, Jacob Mock with the reception on the punt. And let's go downstairs to Larry Putney.
Yeah, Tim Turman, guys, always looking for ways to keep things light at practice and, make the team feel more unified, if you will. Well, after practice every single day, one of the freshmen has to stand up in front of the whole group and tell a joke. And he says sometimes they're good, sometimes they're pretty bad. And he says, now, if the joke ever gets off color or something that he thinks is not appropriate, then the seniors have to run. I think that's incentive to tell a pretty good joke. And I got to thinking, guys, on that two-point conversion, I wonder if Matt and Seth thought that was too conservative.
Probably not. Ball popping free for a moment. It came out of the hands of Makovica. Vasha was right there to grab it. That almost was disaster. Chase County guys had great penetration, and that ball for a minute as it went back between the fullback and quarterback was free.
There was either May or Paisley here coming through. Actually, that's Morales making the first hit. Now here comes May. Wow, there's some slugging going on right there.
2nd down and 12, the loss of 2 on the play. Vasha. Makovica running over his tackler, and Wenslick finally able to hog tie him near the 48-yard line. Makovica with 7 yards after contact.
Makovica on this play just using his strength there. The quarterback reads it out. Defensive end comes up just enough. Makovica gets by, just kind of bowling and rushing and getting every yard, fighting for every inch he can get.
Looks like a Makovica run. 3rd down and 1. And why not go back again to Makovica and the first down for Bishop Neumann. That's a big first down.
You're absolutely right, Kevin. That is a huge first down for Bishop Neumann. Gives him 4 more downs to burn more clock, and you figure 25 seconds to run it down to maybe 21, 22, 23, run the play. So, wow, that was huge right there with a vintage Makovica run.
Chase County now will have to start thinking about timeouts. They have 2 left, and that clock will be down pretty low. There are the numbers on Makovica: 20 carries, 70 yards. Most of that yardage has come in the second half. He has been the workhorse. He'll shift now out of the I set, and they'll run the option. Pitch to Miller, and nowhere to go for Miller. Great defensive play by Chase County, strung out very nicely by Nathan Wenslick.
9 people up front here again. A lot of the afternoon it has been 8 and 9 up front. Great pressure right there. Wenslick on the hit.
Timeout taken by Chase County, stopping the clock with 2:17 remaining in the 4th quarter. Larry Putney?
George Purnell loves coaching football. In fact, he's changed jobs so he could get back into coaching at Chase County. And his brother is a coach in Iowa. Greg Purnell coached at Linn-Mar High School in Iowa, one of the true dynasties in Iowa high school football. In fact, his brother won 3 state championships in Iowa, then had back-to-back 3 and 6 seasons, and they ran him out of town. George says, but you know what? That's the way this game is, and it's the game I love, and it's the game I'm going to stay in.
And he's an Archbishop Bryan High School grad from 1973. Wanted to get that in today.
Well, why would you want to get that in?
I have a vested interest in that comment. I preceded him by about 8 years.
Yes,
but,
you did.
That's okay.
The standard was set by Adrian Fiala, and then George Purnell had to live up to that standard at Bishop Bryan.
The Ryan Knights. No, Ryan High School is no longer around, so George and I have to just celebrate together on our own.
So when you get together, what do you do when you get together for a high school reunion? I mean, you can't go tour the old building.
We don't have any flags left, I'll tell you that.
We'll relive the old days in a parking lot.
That's one thing Eric would have to worry about. Miller North's going to be around for a long time.
I sure hope so.
2nd down and 12 from the 49-yard line. Bishop Neumann trying to run out the clock and win a state championship. On the toss, fumble play. Miller picks it up on the hop, and he gets out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That is not what Bishop Neumann wanted to do, is run out of bounds on that play, stopping the clock with 2:12 to go.
Well, Eric, backers are showing pressure here. How do you react to this?
Well, it's a tough play there. The backers react as a quarterback, and in this situation, I wouldn't take that chance. I would just fall on it, let the clock keep ticking. Here you've got 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. Now, that's a pretty risky play, but here they go, got the ball back again.
Chase County gets a stop here. That play might save them 30 seconds. 3rd and 7 from the 46. Makovica is upended by Morales at the 44-yard line, and with 2:05 remaining, Chase County will use its final timeout. 4th and 5 from the 44, and Tim Turman and Bishop Neumann will likely punt the ball away and make Chase County drive the length of the field. Want to remind you that championship weekend is still coming up. Be sure to join us tonight at 7 o'clock for the Class B championship game as the Roncalli Crimson Pride take on the McCook Bison. Complete coverage of all the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championship games right here on NETV, Nebraska's home for sports.
You know, guys, as a matter of speculation, I'll preface this remark with that last play where the backers were pressuring and he had that long pitch out there that bounced around. I wonder if when he saw that pressure, maybe he checked off to that play. And again, it's just a long pitch. It's a dangerous play given where you have, you have a 1-point lead with 2 minutes left. And then not only that, the ball it goes out of bounds to stop the clock. Speculation, I wonder if he did check off. It looked like he may have done that.
4th and 5 and time to punt it away. Brett Miller back to punt. Here comes pressure up the middle. And ball received by Fuhrer at the 9-yard line. Good to see Fuhrer back in there. And he's down at the 11-yard line. Good coverage downfield by Bishop Neumann. And a long way to go for Chase County to win a state championship. And it's amazing to me that Fuhrer is back in there the way we saw his ankle roll just a little while ago. He leaves now, but pretty gutty effort by that young man.
Great job by the punting team to get that ball down there. Within about 5 yards of actually a tremendous kick, and 5 more yards, an almost tremendous kick, but 89 yards to go.
From the 11, 1st down and 10. Falla in motion. Fumbled snap. Hanna picks it up, throws downfield. He's got a man out there. It's Wenslick, and he can't make the grab. Boy, for a minute, Wenslick looked like he was running free, but the pass a little underthrown.
Here on this play, a little fumble exchange there on the snap, and boy, you can't have this if you want to have an 89-yard drive down the field, but he picked it up somehow, found a way, almost had a completion here. Kind of throwing it up and a little bit short.
Yeah, and Wenslick tried to adjust the route. You saw the ball was going to be vastly underthrown, so he broke it off, came back, came around, but he just couldn't keep the footing to get to the football.
2nd down and 10 from the 11. Hanna fires it out complete at the 18-yard line and out of bounds. Good catch and out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:43 to go. Morales with the reception.
Brian Miller on the coverage over there. Brian doing a good job. Let's make sure this is a part of the game right now, guys. We're just got to make sure as a defender, especially the backers in the secondary, you keep that receiver in front of you all the time.
Yeah, you have to play it safe for sure.
Yeah.
You can't allow a big play here. 1:43 on the clock, and here getting out of bounds, a great catch, but driving him out. Maybe try to hold him up in bounds if you can, or
you want to try to do that.
Going.
3rd down and 3 from the 18. Blitz up the middle. Hanna in trouble. Wings it out, and it's caught at the 25-yard line. 1st down. Jason Burke to the 27. Hanna standing in the face of the blitz.
And a hand and a body all over him. Watch this. 72 from Neumann. That's Anthony Pleskach all over him, but he still completes it.
That's a great play.
Looked like Eric Crouch against Kansas State a few years ago.
From the 27, blitz up the middle again. Hanna in trouble. Wings it out. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Hanna is doing a great job with pressure all over him and just getting rid of the football.
Well, you don't want to take a sack in this situation right here at all. The clock would then continue to run, and that would be against your wishes at this point.
2 huge plays in a row by Anthony Pleskach also. He was in on that first play that created the pressure, and on this last play that also created early pressure for the quarterback and caused the errant throw.
2nd down and 10 from the 27. 1:24 remaining 4th quarter. An 8-7 lead for Bishop Neumann in the C1 title game.
Better hurry up on the time clock.
Hanna's got 1 to play. Nope, that's it. Delay a game against Chase County, and you can ill afford to take any penalties in this instance, and you lose 5 yards and dig yourself into a deeper hole.
There was a little confusion there in the backfield. Hanna going back and telling his I-back, Eric, get back here. This is where you belong, not over on this side of the ball. And so you got to make sure as a quarterback, that's one of the things you do. You got to get your offense aligned in the right way.
Downstairs quick, a comment from Larry Putney.
Well, they were going to run a sprint draw there. Obviously, the I-back not the right spot to run a sprint draw.
Would have been a little difficult to do that.
End up being a quarterback draw.
And Hanna said, look, I'm not taking another hit. 2nd and 15, Hanna on the rollout. Pumps. Sets, fires downfield, up for grabs, and it is intercepted. Bishop Neumann with the interception, and that ought to do it. The pick out there by Jacob Mock, and Bishop Neumann can run out the clock.
And credit it a great deal to the pressure that Hannah's going to face on a rollout here. Watch everybody coming through. Garen Weddinghoff is over there. Prescott is over there. Another arm in the face, in the quarterback, in Hannah's face. And there it goes.
On one of those plays, the ball up for grabs. Whoever, you want to get the ball at its highest point. And you saw he went up there and just grabbed it with his hands and pulled it in. That's a great play defensively.
Chase County can no longer stop the clock. Vasha takes a knee. He'll need to do it one more time. So champions last year, Tim Turman winning his first championship a year ago, comes back this year and duplicates the feat. An undefeated season, 13-0, and he wins it by gambling on the extra point, rolling the dice, faking the extra point, which would have tied it, going for two, and a championship call wins a championship for Bishop Neumann.
And pounding it out, just pounding it out up the middle off tackle as Neumann takes another knee right there with Vasha dropping down.
What a performance today. Both sides defensively were fantastic this afternoon, and it comes down to a faked extra point. Tim Turman, whose kids on air criticized him earlier. You're not conservative. You're too conservative, coach. He comes out and fakes the extra point, and Bishop Neumann will do nothing but just watch the clock run out. Tim Turman and Wahoo Bishop Neumann, for the second consecutive year, champions of Class C1. And the celebration begins again on the field at Memorial Stadium. Tom Osborne Field has crowned 5 champions here this weekend. The latest, Bishop Neumann, in a hard-fought battle over Chase County. And George Purnell's program, I'd say they're in good shape out in Imperial. That's a good football team. Just came 1 point short.
Two really good, solid football teams here this afternoon. A great struggle, a battle of sorts, warrior-type stuff. And Tim Turman, as I said at the beginning of the ball game, he lost 17 seniors to graduation. He lost 5 all-staters, guys. He had 2 back. And he really didn't think perhaps maybe it was going to work out the way it has. But his people came together, and as he told me earlier, you know, there's a passion for what we're doing up there, and these kids really bought into it, Eric. And if you got passion for the game, you can go a long ways with that, and they did.
You know, there's no doubt passion is a big part of it, and these guys at halftime down by 7 points, I think that showed a lot of their character about who they were. And yeah, it was going to be tough. They lost all those guys coming back, but they made it this far, and they probably said to themselves, we're here, so let's go win it. And that's exactly what they did.
8-7 the final score. Bishop Neumann, the C1 state champions. We'll have more from Memorial Stadium in a moment.
Bryan LGH West is bringing advanced neuroscience technology to Nebraska, offering the state's first gamma knife radiosurgery to non-invasively treat brain tumors and severe facial pain, and working with Nebraska's only physician specially trained in coiling for brain aneurysms. Just 2 examples of our commitment to neuroscience care for Nebraskans and our neighbors. Bryan LGH, the first name in healthcare.
Programming on NETV is provided in part by Education Quest Foundation. For over 15 years, Education Quest has offered free college planning services. These services include scholarship searches, student loan information, college selection, and help with completing financial aid application. Education Quest is located in Kearney, Lincoln, and Omaha. Appointments are available at 800-666-3721.
Nebraska. You live and play here. You raise your family here. So do we. ACE, community-owned, community-operated. Your hometown choice for natural gas.
Skinwalkers.
Sunday night at 8 Central Time on NETV. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.
NETV sports coverage of the 2003 Nebraska State High School Football Championships is brought to you in part by Bryan LGH Medical Center, the first name in healthcare. By the Nebraska Beef Council, brought to you by Nebraska's beef producers. Beef, it's what's for dinner. By the Public Alliance for Community Energy, locally owned and operated, your hometown choice for natural gas. And by NPPD, always there when you need us. Final score today in the C1 championship game. Bishop Neumann defends its championship, winning its second consecutive title with an 8-7 victory over Chase County. And for the awards ceremony, let's go to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Nebraska School Activities Association is happy to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Control members Dr. Brian Mayer from Centennial, Dr. Bob Resnicek from Omaha West Side, and U.S. Bank Representative Jeff McCune. Here are the awards for Class C1 runner-up, Chase County High School. Will head coach George Purnell and your assistants please come to the sideline stage to present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 4, Kyle Schilke. Number 5, Darren Schultz. Number 10, Gabe Linners. Number 11, Stephen Hanna. Number 12, Scott Leibrant. Number 14, Scott Munger. Number 15, Jason Burke. Number 17, Vernon Sweezy. Number 18, Michael Swanson. Number 19, Lance Milner. Number 20, Aaron Fuhr. Number 21, Max Probino. Number 25, Philip Hayes. Number 30, Cole Fitzke. Number 32, Chad Cochran. Number 35, Nathan Winslick. Number 48, Taylor Yaw. Number 50, Taylor May. Number 51, Joseph Ambrosic. Number 52, Hadley Hill. Number 53, Tyler Stanley. Number 54, Jake McDaniel. Number 60, Nate Gaswick. Number 65, Aaron Wilson. Number 66, Jesse Fitzke. Number 69, Garrett Paisley. Number 71, Trevor Corter. Number 73, Abel Hinojosa. Number 74, Seth Miller. Number 75, Brandon Spickelmeyer. Number 76, Brian Stromberger. Number 77, Derek Gashler. Number 79, Robert Bell. Number 81, Matt Falla. Number 82, Will Falla. Number 86, Scott Way. Number 87, Matthew May. Number 88, Brock Stromberger. Number 89, Wesley Prosser. And number 95, Will Morales. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2003 Class C1 runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Chase County High School.
Well, some heartache on the sidelines right now, but a fantastic season for the Chase County Longhorns, 11-2, and they make the state championship game, finishing as runners-up for the third time in school history. But congratulations to Chase County on a fantastic season.
Really have had that, Kevin. They played very well here today. A tough football game. They stayed in it. They just slugged it out with Wahoo Neumann and just came up 1 point short. It'll hurt for a while, but somewhere down the road, they will all realize that this was just a great time in their life. And even though they came up 1 point short, it's a memory they'll have forever, and maybe spur them to go on to bigger and better things as they move down the road.
Back to our public address announcer, Rich Broderson, to crown the champions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the champions, Bishop Neumann High School. First head coach, Tim Turman, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, would you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 5, Jason Ahrens. Number 8, Chad Lingemeyer. Number 11, Eric Pospisil. Number 14, Jacob Muck. Number 15, Kyle Kufel. Number 19, Joe Raskovich. Number 19, Jake Pasha. Number 20, Aaron Brent. Number 21, Jim Bennell. Number 22, Brian Miller. Number 22, Andy Watipka. Number 23, Adam Daly. Number 25, Darren Uden. Number 26, Drew Prohaska. Number 28, Kelly Polacek. Number 30, Aaron Bartek. Number 31, Kyle Gertis. Number 33, Sean Roberts. Number 35, Jordan Morrissey. Number 37, Mike Spichka. Number 39, Kyle Pellin. Number 41, Ben Langemeyer. Number 43, Jared Makovica. Number 44, Andrew Springler. Number 45, Ryan Reeves. Number 47, Matt Wagner. Number 48, Nolan Hannon. Number 49, Sean Coranda. Number 50, David Probitz. Number 50, Rob Mumm. Number 51, Bobby Nice. Number 52, Jared Bartek. Number 53, Josh Kuchera. Number 53, Daniel Slope. Number 55, Rob Potter. Number 57, Jake Tranmer. Number 58, Pat Sullivan. Number 61, Jacob Belitz. Number 62, Jeremy Landon. Number 63, Chad Daniel. Number 63, Charlie Pleskach. Number 64, Nathan Slapichka. Number 64, Mitch Tranmer. Number 65, Mitch Klein. Number 65, Justin Slapichka. Number 66, Jordan Kavan. Number 67, Mike Praskovic. Number 68, Scott Thomas. Number 68, Garen Whittinghoff. Number 70, Nick Zosik. Number 71, Andy Waddle. Number 72, Tony Pleskotch. Number 73, Ryan Slope. Number 74, Doug Waddle. Number 75, Nick Bohati. Number 76, Brett Plyman. Number 77, Dominic Gadillo. Number 78, Justin Probitz. Number 80, Josh Hardy. Number 80, Matt Moley. Number 81, Tyler Mock. Number 83, Brett Miller. Number 84, Mike Miller. Number 88, Seth Sabata. And number 89, Brandon Mock. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2003 Class C1 State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Bishop Neumann High School.
Well, defense wins championships, and today it won Bishop Neumann a championship in Class C1 for the second consecutive year.
Absolutely, Kevin. You take a look at the first half numbers, they're pretty even across the board, but then you take a look at the final numbers, and you'll see that Wahoo Neumann had 138 yards offense in the second half. Chase County just 73. The defense really stepped up in the second half and limited their yardage, and then of course Neumann doubled their yardage, so it worked out extremely well in terms of their defensive effort.
They really stuck to their game plan, and when they came in at halftime, they made a few adjustments, came out, worked the ball, had some long drive for a touchdown, and then made that extra point conversion for 2. Really, that sealed the deal.
No question it did. 8-7. The championship is won by Bishop Neumann, and Larry Putney is standing by with a couple of the champions.
And the championship comes after a very gutsy call to go for it. Tell me about it.
Well, the call was one that we've had in our offense all along. I mean, it's nothing that is new or anything. We practice it every week. And when we started that drive and started moving a little bit, on the headphones, we just decided there as a group of coaches, we said, what are we going to do if we score? And we all decided we had to go for 2.
Is that because of Chase County's defense?
Yeah, we thought, we just hadn't got much established, and it was going to be a time was going to be a factor a little bit, and so we thought at that time, and the goalpost being narrower and everything, we tried to weigh everything there, and just thought we might have a good chance to make that play work.
They might talk about that call at Neumann for a while.
Well, now that it worked, they might. Now, if it wouldn't have worked, I'm sure it would for a longer while.
And I want to tell you that I talked to Matt and Seth on the sideline, and they were concerned you were being a little too conservative.
Well, that ought to take care care of that then.
I think it probably did. Let's also grab Jake Vosh in here. Jake, tell me about the decision to go back in there after the ankle, because I think they gave you the decision to ice it for a while and see how it reacts, and you said, no, tape it up, I want to get back in there.
Yeah, I'm going to get right back in this game. It's my last game. I'm not going to spend any time on the sidelines.
It looked like in the second half you were actually more effective, and you would think the opposite coming out of a halftime where you might have to sit around for a while. What was the difference?
Well, I try to keep it loose in during halftime, and we got our triple going, and I handed off to Jared, and we got some yards. One good drive is all we need, and our defense took care of the rest.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks very much. Yep. Thank you.
Bishop Neumann with the championship today in Class C1. They're posing for the picture, and the second straight year they bring it back to Wahoo.
He talked about handing it off to Jared Makovica, the fullback for Neumann. 21 carries, 73 yards, and a mainstay, Eric, in the second half. Really brought his team back.
Yeah, it did. He's proven to be the guy there that led the team down the field. He had run after run, power gain after power gain, and really you couldn't ask for more out of a player than what he's shown today on the field.
Makovica certainly living up to the family name and the family reputation at fullback. Once again, our final score today, Bishop Neumann in Class C1 defeats Chase County 8-7. Be with us tonight at 7 o'clock for the Class B championship game. It's Omaha Roncalli and McCook for the Class B title. And now for Adrian Fiala, Eric Crouch, Larry Putney, and the entire NETV sports production crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Goodbye from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, it's story time. We'll read the story about the big dog. Yes, on the way to school.
Always there when you need us. Nebraska Public Power District, together with your local public power utility.
Programming on NETV is made possible by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
These cost about $50. This costs about $57,000. Choosing to use these can help you avoid this. And since inactivity is a better predictor of death than smoking, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, using these more and this less could save you more than money. A message that's good to know from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is NETV and NETV Digital Television.